All right, welcome everyone to the Team Battle Show Match. I am your host today, Scorch13. I am joined by Chief Bromden. How are you doing today?
Hi, I'm very good. Very excited.
We are running some setup stuff as we go here, guys. We're a little delayed, of course. We were supposed to start on the hour, now about 20 minutes past. But yeah, we should have a really interesting match today. I didn't get to say it ahead of time, and it should be popping up very soon for you guys with the delay, just trying to calculate. There is a poll going on while we're doing this today. Oh, I think I didn't have it active. There we go. So there is a poll. You guys can vote in chat with either Mino or Lizard. I think 1 and 2 will work as well. But we're going to be checking in on that as we go. I just want to get that out there so you guys can start voting. So, Chief Rana, why don't you take us through the format that we're going to be seeing from what were the players today?
Yeah, that's a good idea. So we will see a best of 7 match between Team Mino versus Team Lizard, which means all 3 players will watch 1 player piloting, but all 3 players will be talking about decisions and will make the decision together. So it's not like Mino playing Lizard and Duke playing Werfs, but it's them all playing together. The deck format is that you have 5 decks. Both teams will be presented the deck lists of each other. Then they can ban 1 deck that they don't want to face. And the teams have to win with all 4 decks once, which means you need to bring... I mean, the idea behind this was to bring 5 strong decks that are able to win and no meme decks, because we wanted it to be competitive.
Yeah, anytime you have to win with all of your decks, it does kind of force you to play decks that are capable of getting wins, not ones that are, going to get that meme victory every once in a while. You have to bring a strong enough lineup instead of just hoping one deck can carry you to all the wins. In this type of a win on everything format, you do have to bring strong enough decks.
Yeah, exactly. You can't just bring like 1 Yak OTK deck or something, and then you have to win with it. And if you can't, then you'll just lose because you have 1 bad deck. So that's not a good game plan.
Yeah, now this of course is kind of a throwback to the Faeria Team League that existed for a little while.
Yeah.
And in that, we did see that type of situation happen where a team just could not get off 1 deck that you have to be able to win on.
Yeah. I think it was the French team, Fairy Tale, with Imperia back then. And they brought like 5 or 6 Crackthorn decks, if I remember correctly. And then maybe 2 of them were good, but the rest just not good enough, even though they were fun to watch. So yeah, we tried to make the teams prepare really good decks. Also interesting to know that they can't share more than 15 cards with each other, so we wanted a bit of deck variety in it. So at least 15 cards need to be different.
Right, it does make you build a little bit more of a varied lineup.
Yeah, exactly. Need to show different deck types, different strategies, so you can't just play Yellow Rush 5 times.
Yeah, and as you mentioned as well, because this is a team tournament, we're going to actually be tuning into the players as they're talking. As you mentioned, there will be 1 player piloting the deck, but all of them will be talking about every single play as they're going through it. So we're going to try kind of as much as possible to not be us casting per se, but we'll be jumping into the particularly discussive turns for each of the teams.
Yeah. This is, for me personally, the most exciting thing about this format and this tournament, or this little team show match. So we get to hear the players talk and discuss their turns, which should be very entertaining. And if we remember the Faeria Team League, like this was one of the best parts for me as a viewer back then, to hear the teams discuss the turns. And
yeah, it definitely gives the viewers kind of a peek behind the curtain of what goes through the minds of these competitive players as they're going through.
Yeah.
And that really
Exactly.
does get into interesting discussions, because we'll have players that prefer to play more aggressive, players that prefer to play more defensive, and you'll get to hear kind of both sides of the argument of a specific play.
Yeah, and what things you have to think about, like whether you want to go for your own plan or try to prevent your opponent's plan. So there's a lot of decisions to make in Faeria, and it will be very interesting to see how they manage to find a decision, and what line they go for, or if the team captains just overrule the other players and just make the decisions for the team. But we'll see about that. Also, we want the teams to change the pilot of the decks after each victory. So we want to see all three of them pilot the decks once at least. So it's not just one person making the final decisions. It's obviously if you're in control of the mouse and then the deck and the game, then you can just do whatever you want.
All right, sorry guys, I noticed that a lot of kind of discussion there on the audio levels, and again, I didn't have proper time to set everything up beforehand. Turn sheep drawing down a little bit more, but you guys, of course, will be on the delay there.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, that's okay. That's on me for setting everything up. Unfortunately, when we get kind of last minute setting things up, because the team tournament, all these players are locking in their decks, kind of taking as much time as possible to actually wait, but just wasn't able to get that sort of stuff set up beforehand.
Yeah, should be. That's why we started streaming a bit earlier than the game start, and so we have time for kind of setting up stuff. So if I answered the chat, it's like 5 minutes delayed, but the delay is just to have a bit of competitive flavor. And I mean, we see that it's just 5 minutes, it's not that bad. So we read the chat, mostly me probably, because Scotch is handling all the rest of the streaming stuff. So it's just so that the players, if they follow the stream or if they have someone follow the stream, so you just don't know their opponent's hand.
I mean, you already have a lot of information giving the open deck lists as well. There's no kind of surprise tech choices that you're going to see. There's, a counter for all of the removal potentially that you're going to see from specific decks. So, not necessarily concerned with that. And of course, it is for fun. It's a team battle between these players who all know each other. We don't expect any, misuse of the fact that there is a stream going. But a little bit of delay always kind of just in the flavor of a little competitive aspect.
Net. Yeah, exactly. Also, if they want to follow the stream chat, then chat can't spoil anything for them. It's just
yes, that is true as well.
So
just as I was kind of going through the levels there, did you want to kind of give an overview of our team captains for today?
Yeah, that's a good idea. We're still waiting for 2 players actually, so we have a bit of time. Also, I want to mention we have Eggbot, which means you can just by watching, I think 1 hour, you can win eggs. So you can get the new egg avatars. You can get mythic chests, and I'm not sure, battle chests probably. I'm not quite sure. I think battle chests as well, right?
I'm gonna double check what was posted yesterday in the Faeria Friday. It is a guaranteed egg avatar after 1 hour. 2 guaranteed battle chests and a chance to win 1 mythic chest afterwards. So depending on how long we go, there will be the chance for that mythic chest later on. Of course, we do have the delay, so that increases the amount of time that we're going to be live here with the Eggbot going, but it is still a pretty short format. We're only running a best of 7. If one team is able to just steamroll and go for a 4-0, we may have a shorter day. If it goes to the full best of 7 and we have some longer games, then, kind of who knows of the actual timing that we're going to end up seeing.
Yeah, but I'm sure we're going to hit the 1 hour mark So we will not stop the stream before that. So we'll make something up if it's just half an hour for gains.
Yes.
We'll just talk about that. And obviously, we have a card reveal. Given by Abracam, we're gonna reveal a new card from the new set after the best of 7 is done, I think. So
yes, I'm very excited for
great.
this. Atma sent me it yesterday, and I clicked on the notification that I had a message and then clicked away. So I'm keeping it even, that much little more of a secret from myself. So
no, I've actually looked at it. I'm really curious what you guys think about it. I couldn't wait. And we're getting the players in the voice channel afterwards as well to discuss the new card with all of them as well. They're very good players, and it will be interesting what they think about the new card we're gonna see tonight. So I'll start with the players now. I think with the team captains, I guess, as you've suggested. While we're waiting for 2 more players, I'll just start with Team Mino, I guess. So Minocaro and I came up with this idea to make this event. He's team captain of obviously Team Mino. Obviously, you guys actually should really know Minocaro by now. So he's a very competitive player, very strong player overall. I think he's probably won the most money. I don't know if you've watched the second video by Aquablood about the 2018 tournament performance and Faeria World Circuit points. You'll notice he's up there a lot.
I don't think he's quite at the top, but definitely within the last year when the Faeria World Circuit was introduced, Minocaro's been unbelievably top performer at all of the cups.
I think he actually won 2 cups, so that's like 2 out of 4 of the biggest tournaments in Faeria. So that's pretty impressive.
Yeah,
I personally would.
It's impressive as well because he bookended the year with
FWC points. But that's well, I guess.
Yeah.
Also,
just gonna say of Mino, it's that much more impressive because he won the first seasonal cup, which was back in the season of Aurora, and then ended it with the Cypher as well. So it's not, like he won the first 2 and then he's taken half a year off or something like that. This is a player who has kept up his game throughout the entirety of the year.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think he was also gone for a few months, so he just came back and won the next cup. Like, it's very impressive. And also you should know him from his tier list on the hub. He's keeping it quite updated and putting a lot of effort into an updated tier list on the hub for deck types in the meta, which is very nice for everyone to look at. So we'll see about that. Team captain of Lizard, obviously Team Lizard, SuperbLizard, we all know him. He's in the chat also, so you can talk to him directly. Talk about Abracam. He was the first choice for team captain. I really hope we get the players soon. Like, one is kept up by train delay. I'm not sure where the second one is.
Yeah, we had known that, I believe it's Duke of Prunes that we're waiting on, knew he was going to be a little delayed, but I don't think expected it to be this delayed. Yeah, we really don't. Because it keeps us up a little, because we can't share the deck lists, but it will be interesting to hear them talk about what decks to ban and what decks to go for in the first round. I'm looking forward to it as well. Okay, Lizard, obviously a very famous player in Faeria. He won the cup. Season of Kalim versus Teddy, very impressive. Yeah, Lizard as well is one of the couple players who have their very own custom Yak avatar in game, as you mentioned.
Right.
The eggs that are available here can hatch potentially into the Lizard Yak.
Yeah,
He ended up
it's a
getting
very
that
cool looking yak.
because I believe it was the halftime tournament. He
Yeah,
unfortunately had to had an emergency and had to kind of forfeit out of the grand finals there, and I believe it was S of Dawn that he was against in that, who forfeited the yak prize just because to Lizard because he wasn't actually able to play. So
yeah, very very kind gesture from As of Dawn. Who in the end got his Yaki-chan yak by Kasune won, and they're in the same team, so it turned out for the best for all the players. So Mino just asked to reveal the decks, but like Lizard is still on his own. I don't know. I think we'll wait a couple more minutes. I mean, RaiZo is online. I don't know what he's doing. And also SuperBlizard. I think we have pictures of them from the banner that Matrian made. So you can see he's probably got the best hair in Faeria. I think that's a very interesting. It's like the most important fact about Lizard is his hair, probably, and his voice. Which you
all
can't hear right
of
now, but you will hear later on.
yeah, all of Lizard's prize winnings from Faeria went to hair care products.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, just spends a fortune on hair products just to look. It's amazing as he does.
Lizard's an interesting player as well because he spent some time on the casting desk for tournaments as well. So I think it's really interesting when players have kind of that experience being on both sides, where it's playing in tournaments and then casting tournaments. I think just gives you kind of a different view sometimes on potentially reading into what your opponent's playing when you take that experience back to another tournament.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, he showed he's very good at both things, like casting and playing himself. Like he's one of the best players, and he invested a lot of time in the Vanguard channel. So he really tried to balance the game or give his input and his from his experience and his knowledge about the game. So it will be really interesting to hear him think about the turns. So I'm not sure. Should we talk about the players that aren't here yet?
We've got time. We can go into kind of whatever we want here.
I guess we have the time for it, yeah.
Yeah.
So Lizard's writing, Duke will be here in a few minutes. Okay, so we have a few minutes left to cover until at least the second player is here. Maybe RaiZo messed up the time zones. So the other players from Team Mino are Werfs, who you should know from Discord, obviously, and his streams. Probably best known for his streams. And Hunter, best known probably for his incredibly difficult puzzles, which if you read the Faeria Fridays, you will have come across them and probably failed them as I did.
I don't know how Hunter comes up with some of his puzzles sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know. He invests so much time and is like crazy creative, like really putting in a lot of effort. I think he just like he is a very smart guy and just enjoys it. But solving them is very like you need a couple of hours at least, and be very creative in your solution. Like it's never easy. Yeah, the players we're waiting for are Duke of Prunes and RaiZo. Both well-known players, I think. RaiZo more for his probably tournament performances. Very, very much potential in RaiZo, as Aquablood put it. Like he's a very like he has a lot of potential, and maybe in 2019 he can finally use his potential. But we'll see about that. And Duke of Prunes, he didn't play in a lot of tournaments yet. I don't think he enjoys playing in tournaments that much. He was very active in game and tested a lot with the Yaki-chan guys and in the Yaki-chan server. Like very active player on Discord. I just don't know how much he enjoys tournaments. Maybe that's why he didn't join that many yet.
Yeah, I kind of always see Duke of Prunes as like the practice partner almost. He's the unseen aid behind all of these competitive players in the Yaki Chans, like you've mentioned a few times now, because like you said, he just doesn't play in tournaments, but always very talkative about the game, theory crafting, decks, and always very vocal whenever a discussion starts up. But yeah, just never kind of takes that 2 tournaments for whatever reason.
Yeah, he's very good on ladder. Like he showed that last season, I think even went to 1840 or something, like very good rating, just like that, just for the fun of it. So he's definitely a very good player. By the way, if sorry,
I was going to say, so now that we've gone through all of the players and chat is voting, who do you think will take the tournament today?
do you have the like? Is there already an? Oh, you can see it on the chat on the stream. That's very nice. I have the stream paused, so I guess Mino is ahead a little. But maybe you can see that better than I do.
Yeah, it's been pretty Minnow favored so far once the poll started, but Lizard's starting to gain some traction back, so it'll be interesting to see how it updates through the day.
Yeah. What I wanted to say, if this format, if you enjoy watching this, and if you wanna play in such a format as we do today, as we're showing today, then you should please write your in-game name and your Discord name ideally on the hub post on the Faeria board where I advertised this event today. So if you leave your name and your in-game name, your Discord name and your in-game name there, we might come and talk to you about making this event happening again with new teams, new players, if there is enough interest from the player side. So please do that if you wanna join in this kind of format, and we will contact you in that case.
It's a very fun type of format to be a part of. I remember from playing back in the Faeria Team League, it was really interesting even just playing in it because of all the discussion that you can have. So if it is something that interests you, if you have a couple players that you normally team up with to discuss certain things, then definitely could be up your alley.
Yeah, you don't even need, I mean, if you have players you're talking to and you're playing together, then let us know that too. But it's not necessary. Like you can just put your name on up there on your own, and we'll just find you a team probably. So you might meet new people. Very very nice community. So it's a good way to learn the game, to understand it better, and it's just a ton of fun to talk to other players and discuss turns. Like it's one of my best experiences playing in the Faeria Team League with my team. So it's amazing if you have a chance. I would like I'm personally a little jealous of the players. Like I would really like to play as well, but casting is and just watching it from an outside perspective is very fun too for me. Do you think we should maybe join Team Mino voice channel and talk to them a little? What they're thinking, what they're expecting, maybe? That could be interesting.
Yeah, we can jump in there. It's difficult to.
Or do you have any other points left we can talk about until?
I don't think so right now.
Yeah.
Just going back through, and I think I don't know if the poll crashed or if it has a time limit on it. but the poll did go down for a second here, so I'm going to restart it with a new one. Everybody will be back to 0, and we'll see if chat sways a different way, but I'm not really sure.
We're just gonna reset it. Probably Lizard hacking, resetting it until he's up ahead. All right, I'll jump. Once you've set it up again, I think we can just talk to Team Mino, like they're all there and waiting.
Sure, we'll jump in there real quick and see what's going on.
Hey guys.
Oh my god.
It's running. Hey.
You're on stream.
Yo,
Hello,
what's up?
hello stream.
Hello stream.
Thanks
Sound
to
level.
vote for us. It's cool. We are gonna win, of course.
Gotcha, right? If now you have a chance to
Wait, the
adjust
votes even out at
levels.
50-50 Minnow and Lizard. I'm gonna spam the word Minnow, just like I'm gonna see if the bot works like that.
No, it doesn't. It's specifically set so people cannot spam it.
Oh, dang it!
Damn it. So do you
Even
show
on a
the...
50-50,
So is that
that's
your
hard.
main concern? Make Team Mino win in the poll?
Yeah.
Spam
As long as we
Mino.
win the poll, we win, right? That's
Yeah,
all
I
that
think
matters.
that's the key part of this match. Like win the hearts, winner of the hearts of the viewers.
Okay, Chief, do you share the deck list?
We haven't shared them yet. No, we're at least waiting for Duke. He should be there any minute now.
Yeah, Duke said is coming soon, but RaiZo,
Yeah.
we don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what about RaiZo. Maybe he's coming in like 12 minutes, and he's an hour late. Maybe it's a bit annoying. But
Well,
so maybe you can talk about what you expect from the other teams lineup, and then we'll see if you judge them correctly afterwards.
okay, Werf, tell what you
Beastmaster.
expect.
What?
Okay.
Beastmaster, Ice Rock, Storyteller Burn,
Ice Rock,
Medically.
Serpent, yeah. And then
Lizard's new ramp deck.
What is the new ramp of Lizard?
It's on the hub. He's been playing it a lot recently.
It's like green with a tree?
No, there's no tree.
Okay, blue-green maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, it's blue-green. He plays Golems, one feed,
Oh,
plays
oh
Volpine.
yeah, I know the deck. I think I've even played it on stream on Friday. I'm not a big fan of the list actually. It's
And then maybe Rakoans, because, yeah, Rakoans is just good.
of
yeah.
course they have Rakuan, right? Everybody have Rakuan.
Yeah, but might be a deck to ban. So both teams ban Rakoans from the other team, then
That depends if they play a turbo deck like with Storyteller and Husk. We need to ban this then. Just too broken.
So did you guys think about what Lizard's lineup is and then prepare your decks, or did you go for the 5 best decks you could think of?
Yeah, of course we think about everything. Lol.
Wait, are we on stream right now?
Yeah, you're on stream.
Oh, hey, I didn't know that.
Oh my god.
I told you though. I came in and said, "Are you guys on stream now?"
Yeah, I don't pay attention to a lot of things.
Yeah. should be fun playing with you then.
It's gonna be fun playing with me because I don't even pay attention to this game.
Mino and Hunter just
Gotta solo carry this.
explaining the turns to Werfs what happened before. By the
I'm
way,
just here to play my Ruby at OTK.
so you're already spoiling your lineup.
Why are you
the
spoiling,
best
man?
deck of your lineup.
No, not like
No
that.
worse.
It's
Everybody
hype
knows
building,
that,
dog.
though.
It's hype. Yeah, everybody knows I'm gonna play that. Like it's
Yeah,
a
I
fact at
guess
this
so.
point.
Okay, yeah, I think so.
By the way, update on
Yeah.
on Duke. He's walking down the street, so Lizard can already see him. So it's gonna be maybe 5 more minutes, and then we share the deck list. And Lizard
Well,
and
just
Duke
play,
just
right?
have to play on
I
them.
can,
on
you're
their
just
own.
like, yeah, I can see him already.
Yeah,
Kind of like
Spy.
walking and chilling.
Spy Lizard.
Yes. Well, I think Duke is on his way to Lizard's place. So they
Yeah.
live in the same city or study in the same city.
Yeah.
So it makes sense for them. Like Teddy and Lizard played the final of the Halim's Cup in Lizard's place.
In the same place? Lol.
Yeah,
That's
same
cool.
place. Yeah, it's very funny.
So
So they
LAN
prepared
party.
together, and then they just ended up in the final together, playing in the same room against each other.
Mhm. I
Dude,
think
they're
we
making-
should
I don't
start.
think they were in the same room. I think they were in separate rooms.
Yeah, but like they
When
were
they played in the
definitely in the same, under the same roof.
Yeah.
They could have been in the same room. Like, if the screens don't, like, screens showing opposite directions, then it should be fine. Yeah, we can actually share the deck lists. We just give Lizard a little more time, and then
Okay.
we
Yeah,
can...
I think RaiZo, if he's not here, we will start before he's here.
Wait, what happened to the voting thing? It just reset
It
to
just-
0?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it just
it went
it just
down.
crashed. I had mentioned it on stream
Oh, okay,
just
okay,
before, but
yeah.
I don't know if it like crashed itself or if there's actually like a time limit on it or something. But
Right.
it is reset now.
Oh, I think it's working again. Yeah, I just saw one of the votes for
100%
Lizard.
lizard. No.
100% Lizard because there's only one vote for Lizard
No.
so far.
Yeah.
Lizard said Duke is here.
Yeah, that's amazing. Duke is here. Okay, so I'm sharing the deck lists. Maybe we'll leave you guys alone.
All right.
And
See
Scott,
you
you put
later.
the deck lists up on the stream,
All
Yeah.
right.
right?
And
then
show us before to make a ban possible, right?
sorry?
Maybe show us before to let us make the ban.
Yeah, I'll post it right now.
Okay. Cool.
So you guys should all have the lists now, right? Great.
Yeah, we have
So
everything.
you can. So we leave you alone. So Team
What is
Lizard can't hear your
What is
decisions,
up with their naming
Okay.
scheme?
right? Okay.
All right, yes, I'm going to switch this over now. Won't have the actual deck lists coming up on screen for all of you guys, but here is the decks that we're going to be seeing from these players today. And then
Let me know when
we'll
they're on
see
stream
what
because
they're going to
I have
ban.
the stream closed. I'm only having the chat open. So are the lists on the stream?
Well, the lists won't be shown on stream, but the...
Oh, won't be shown.
No, the full list won't be shown on stream.
Should
It's
we-
just going to be the kind of overlay of what the
Ah,
decks
alright.
are, the decks are called, and then the picture, kind of the same way that these players would see it in Conquest format.
Alright.
But it's just kind of the easier way to do it. Otherwise, the deck lists are super small if you...
Yeah, I can post the links from the deck lists in the chat, I guess.
Well,
Is that right?
I would say wait until the delay is caught up and then...
What do you mean the delay's caught up?
Because if you
Oh,
post the
right.
links right now, we're on a 5-minute delay, so...
Right. Remember. Yeah, that's a good point.
So yeah, once it pops up on stream, I can share the links for all the deck lists in the chat for you guys.
Yeah. All right. That's a point. We're living in the future.
I kept looking at these decks because they've numbered them ahead of time. I kept thinking that that was a significant thing. For example, Team Minocaro with the number 2 is Tellerburn. I thought they called it that because they were only running 2 storytellers. And then I realized everyone has a number, and it's because that's their decks. So
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So are both 5 decks on stream right now, I guess, right?
yep, yeah, both teams' lineups are on stream right now.
All right. So I already know what Team Mino banned, but I'm not gonna tell until I know the ban from Team Lizard. The deck actually look very interesting to me. Like, I didn't expect Blue Jump in the lineup from Team Lizard. Like, that's a surprise for me. I think RaiZo wanted it to be in there. I'm curious to see how Blue Jump performs. And then also very interesting to me is Yellow, the Yellow deck. It's kind of a lizard thing, the monstrosity deck. Like, that will be interesting for me to see. Both decks I haven't seen a lot on leather. or in tournaments actually. But I know Lizard loves his monstrosity decks with Mistral Guides and Altar of Souls. So this can be very explosive, but also easily countered if you just clear the 3 monstrosities early. Then there is not a lot of big threats in this deck, I think.
Yeah, it kind of sets up like a combo mid-range deck type of thing.
Yeah.
Because you're playing it kind of the way that Yellow Tempo plays, but you're also looking for situations where you can pop off with those Shaitan monstrosities. It is a deck that, like you said, can be punished, but also can just snowball a game.
Yeah, and it has very good matchups and it has very bad matchups.
All right, so looks like we are, now that the decks have been shown to both sides here, getting into what they're going to ban, and then we will be getting notification from the players of who will be piloting. I think we're going to have Lizard, because
Lizard will be the first one, yeah.
Lizard and Duke of Prunes are obviously in the same place, like we've mentioned. They're going to be just having Lizard pilot the whole time. Team Mino, I think, will be swapping back and forth for who the pilot will actually be, depending on which deck they're playing.
I mean, it's possible that Duke will log in on his account and play a game, but I'm not sure if they're planning on doing that. We'll see. I'm still waiting for the ban from Lizard, so we can jump in the first game. But we need to know the ban first, so Team Mino can decide who's piloting first for them. So I'll just go over the decks a little more until we get the ban from Team Lizard, and we'll just start without RaiZo, I think. It's a shame that he is not here. But like, what can you do? It's not in our I mean, can't reach him. He's on Discord, but he won't respond, so we'll just have Lizard and Duke for now, playing against Team Mino, so it's still fine. It's still great players. Obviously, as expected, we have Rakoans, I think, in both lineups. Yeah. Very different Rakoans list, actually. That's very interesting. Like, Team Lizard's going more for a green, like with Tethra and one gift of the Rakoa and Runing Guidance. A little more buff heavy layer. Should be interesting if they how they match up against each other, or how strong they are. I'm not set on the perfect Rakoans list yet, so I'm curious how they perform.
Yeah, as you said, Lizard's team's Rakoan list is like Rakoans, but it also has other stuff. Like Minocaro's is entirely 30 Rakoans in that deck, whereas Lizard's, like you mentioned, has Leia in there, has Garridan, has Tethra, and then the gift of the Rakoa as well.
Yeah. I like gift of the Rakoa a lot. It's really good. You spam the board. Like, it's very easy for Rakoan to spam the board. And you have Tethra as a little more deck weight, so you have some use for your Faeria, because all the Rakoans are very cheap after the last balance patch. Like, they all got, or many got decreased in Faeria, so you have Tethra as a sort of a bit more deck weight. You can put it on Reveler, which is amazing. Like, that's almost always an automatic win if you put Tethra on Reveler. That's value.
Right, it almost just includes more kind of win conditions than just the Rakoans potentially popping off with a Rakoan champion, or out sustaining your opponent on board. Sometimes Rakoans just has a ton of creatures on board, but you can't really push that advantage because they don't do enough damage to close the game out. Exactly. But having those, the couple dragons in there, or even just the gift of the Rakoa, like you're saying, can be that extra win condition.
Yeah, exactly. You're not that dependent on a big Rakoan champion, so you have the gift of Rakoa to another like big creature that just puts a lot of pressure on your opponent. Also interesting to note, Team Mino is not even running a Garudon, which I really expected in any deck. And they run Crystal Flower. So So that's another very interesting difference. RaiZo just
Also looking at Minocaro's lists here, running 2 OTK decks. I know Werfs is a big fan of the OTKs. I know he's been working on the Ruby Yak one for quite a while.
Yeah, it's totally up. Like that's the only deck not the only deck he told me before. He loves yellow the most, but yeah, OTK decks is just his thing, and he spent a lot of time optimizing them and theory crafting them with Minocaro. So that should be interesting to watch. I'm personally not a big fan on OTK decks, but I'm sure Team Lizard knew what they're facing, and that there will be at least 1 or 2 OTK decks piloted by Werfs.
Yeah, definitely. And that could be a deck that we potentially see being maybe the deck that falters for them. Like we were talking a little bit in our intro, when you have to win on all 4 decks in this type of a format, bringing an OTK, a deck that potentially could give you bad draws and you're not able to pull off that win, it can really sink your lineup.
Yeah, it can totally backfire. Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't have brought it myself, but it will be interesting to see, and it might just be a total failure. Like OTK decks are just it's very well built, and it's supposed to be very consistent, but it's just an OTK deck, so it's kind of in the name that it's not super reliant, and you just are a bit more draw dependent and than you are on other decks. And another thing is it's easily countered, so yeah, it will be interesting to see.
Yeah,
if they can pull up a win with it.
And kind of on the
it's
same
certainly
token
not gonna
there.
get banned, so.
Pardon?
It's certainly not gonna get banned because
Oh, yes,
you just
yeah.
think it's an OTK deck, we're gonna beat it easy, and they have to win it. Like, you don't wanna give your opponent like increase their odds by banning an OTK deck, because you have to win in this format. So yeah, the whole match could be lost or won with this OTK deck, which is a big gamble in my opinion.
Right.
But by the way, good news, RaiZo is here. They are discussing the bans, so we have both teams in full here, and we are going to start the match any minute now. So we're gonna announce the bans once RaiZo, Lizard, and Duke manage to come up with a final decision, and then we're gonna hop in game and get this match rolling. Any other interesting decks that you saw on the lineups other than the Raccoons?
I'm kind of interested with the turbo burn that Team Minocaro is bringing. Just looking at what is available in Lizard's team's lineup, there's not a lot of healing coming out. So something that plays that kind of slow burn, the poke style, instead of the OTK, could be something, wondering if they're going to target that with a ban just because they don't have something that's a really good counter to it.
Yeah, if you look at Lizard's deck list, it's very similar, or maybe it's exactly the same list than what they called in their last deck list number 5. I think it's called Storyteller Burn by them. It might be... I'm just checking if there are any differences. Yeah, there are slight differences in the lists, but it's very similar.
Yeah, just the one Wisdom coming out, it looks like.
Yeah, Wisdom and Soul Pacts is what I see as a Haunted Husk is in both of them. Doomgate is an amazing OTK deck because you draw so much.
Yeah, Doomgate really fuels that type of a deck because you can slam like the Reveler down, the Storyteller, and the Vermin are all going to be very good targets for the sacrifice on the Doomgate. You're not really using it to eventually get to Ostrogoth and kind of get a power play through that. You're just using it because it's a cheap draw and sacrifices your creatures very efficiently.
Exactly. So you get new spots on the Cobalt Barracks with it. Like you can free up space for the Vermins, for example, and it's very good for blocking your face against some early damage or rush decks. So should we hop in Team Lizard's channel and listen to what they are talking about banning? Because we know the final ban from Team Mino, so it doesn't affect anything.
Yeah, we can jump in there and.
He doesn't run command.
Okay, no command. That's very good.
Oh, so I mean, yeah, then yellow can take that.
So we ban Raccoons?
Yeah, I think Raccoons is the best option right now because it's High Swarm, and the only deck that can actually counter it is like either you play Raccoon Mirror or you play Red.
Okay. That's a lot then.
I mean, Tyler can counter Raccoons. He has no heal, and like, but yeah,
I feel like they're gonna ban our yellow.
I think they're gonna ban our blue, but yeah.
Yeah. Also, Hydro Castles, but you have to mute either me or the Duke of Prunes because we're sitting next to each other.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
Yeah, I was getting a bit of feedback there. I was trying to turn it down enough to avoid, but Duke is now muted.
Why me?
Well, it should be.
Wait, does that mean the stream can't hear me? No, they can't hear me because I'm next.
Yeah.
Wait, on which channel is this stream?
Metagamingtv.
Oh, yeah. Oh wow, we have like 100 viewers.
Yeah, it's a lot actually.
Yeah. Okay, so.
Wait, Captain G is in game. Fuck the turnout. I'm just spectating Captain G. Oh, he's doing puzzles. Never mind.
Okay, guys. Can you invite me to the lobby?
Yep. We'll go back to casting, and you guys are ready. Play, right?
Right. Unless you guys.
So we had them discuss whether to ban. I think it was Turbo Burn or the Raccoons, and they went for the Raccoons. So Team Minocaro is banning Storyteller Burn from Team Lizard, and Team Lizard is banning Raccoons for Team Minocaro. So.
Oh, I had that. As I'm setting up here, had it backwards of which one was banned because they both have the same text.
Yeah, it's very similar.
So, from Team Lizard's lineup, the Storyteller Burn is banned.
Yep, exactly. And from Team Minocaro's lineup, from Team Lizard's lineup, no wait. Team Lizard is banning the Raccoons from the Minocaro's lineup, and Minocaro is banning Storyteller Burn from Team Lizard's deck.
There we go.
So now we're just waiting who to invite for Team Mino to pilot the first deck, because Lizard is playing for RaiZo for Team Lizard. He's starting. Just inviting them to the lobby, and we should be ready to go any second now. So we're just playing best of 7. It's not a Crucible lobby, because obviously we had 5 decks and 4 to ban, and it's Conquest format. So you have to switch decks after you have won with it once. Alright, so waiting for Team Mino for once. Minocaro is going first. So what that tells us is probably they're playing not green, because that is Hunter's deck, I think, and they're probably not gonna start with OTK because that's crazy. So I'll expect the yellow deck from Team Minocaro. All right, are you ready, Scotch? Then
I'm ready. We can get into it.
All right. Players selecting their decks. Very good.
We will switch over to our main screen here. Get into game number 1. Finally.
Yeah, finally.
It's always very interesting with these teams, like we've been talking about, because there is so much discussion. But unfortunately, because there is so much discussion, it always ends up taking quite a bit longer.
Yeah, but it's very entertaining. Like, it's not you're not sitting there and waiting for the 90 seconds. Like if you would play on your own and you just wait for your opponent to finish his turn and you're complaining about him roping, but it's not like that. If you can hear them talk and discuss, like the 90 seconds go by very fast, and most of the time you will have, or the teams will be in time trouble to find a decision in 90 seconds. It's very difficult for 3 players. So this is another difficult thing they have to manage. So it's decision finding in 90 seconds for 3 players is not an easy task. Let's see.
Yeah, sometimes that discussion, like you're saying, can actually lead to things being missed by the teams because they're so focused on one part of the play, or they end up discussing lines. They end up kind of over-discussing, over-analyzing, and then they end up just throwing something at the board to make it work.
If you're in time trouble, then the piloting player just has to go for a line. He has the final decision. So deck selection was cancelled by Minocaro. Wait, no, the Lizard. Invite me to the lobby. Nope, I'm not gonna invite RaiZo.
Well, Lizard just posted in the Discord as well that RaiZo's playing first.
Oh, RaiZo. Oh, I see.
Yeah, I think we had just kind of assumed that Lizard was going to be the only pilot for his team because RaiZo initially wasn't here. But now that RaiZo has returned, it does seem like they are going to be switching.
Yep. So he's just building the deck. What we didn't mention before is if the teams mess up their deck building and they have a different list than what the other team has been shown, then this will result in a loss. So it's really important that the players make sure they have the exact list that have been shown to the other team. Otherwise, they will lose a game, which is very bad. That's happened to me twice in the Faeria Team League, and it doesn't feel very good to lose a best of 5 or best of 7 match because you messed up one deck. So.
Right, kind of
That's
part of the fact that the deck lists are shared means that you have to stick to exactly that list. Otherwise, we would be using kind of the in-game system which forces you to have those restrictions. So
exactly. But sadly, that's not possible with 5 decks and not with the Conquest format. But RaiZo is done, and we invited him, and we are ready to go again. And while we're waiting, it's interesting to note that the yellow decks are very different from each other. So the one is a very control-heavy, very removal-heavy deck by Team Minocaro, and the other one is very it's just a monstrosity tempo deck. So have you posted the links for the deck lists in chat yet?
Yes, the deck lists were posted. Was a little while ago now, but they were posted a little further up.
Okay. So should be.
Looks like we got
and here we go.
The long load on game number 1, but we are finally getting into game number 1. So like I mentioned, guys, we are going to be kind of jumping back and forth between the teams. We're going to do a little bit of discussion at the start, and then once we get into kind of the more impactful turns, we'll jump back and forth between the teams. So RaiZo for Team Lizard is starting with that blue jump, and Minocaro, kind of as you predicted, starting with that yellow.
Yeah. I didn't see blue jump coming as his first choice. I guess they think it's an all-around solid deck, like with no bad matchups, and I also don't see any very favorable matchups for blue jump. But it's just an all-around solid deck, I think. Very good, very strong mid-range. You can rush with it. You can control the wells if you have to, or if you like, depending on the matchup. Should be interesting, and we're seeing a very good draw for both sides. I think. I mean, the humbling vision early is not perfect, But a Manta Rider and a turn 2 Triton Warrior with a Sunken Tower is very close to perfect, I think. Like Sunken Tower and Triton is just double collection turn 3.
Yeah, this is kind of the dream start for blue. You get the jump, you get the movement, and you have the humbling kind of just in case, depending on what your opponent plays. Exactly. Whereas on the other side, that early Drake Rider from Minocaro, really nice to get a little bit of early control. The Flash Wind now being picked up is absolutely massive to get that extra movement trick so that you can use the Drake Rider and actually trigger its Corrupt proc early on.
Yeah. It's very good. Now they're probably thinking where to put the Drake Rider, because it's never an easy decision if you put it in front of your face or if you want it to be able to reach the Triton Warrior at the well and be able to trade. So you're more flexible if you put it in front of your orb, obviously. But then you can't really trade with a Triton Warrior or anything like Battle Toes, what you would usually expect from Blue Jump in turn 2.
Yeah, depending on the matchup here, the Drake Rider in front of the orb means you can kind of go wherever you want with it. So here we can actually see that RaiZo is switching sides because they don't want to play into the Drake Rider. If they had gone for the right side and gone to the same side there, the Drake Rider positioning by Minocaro just guarantees that you can get the Corrupt proc off and get the trade, even though you don't collect that way. It's so well set up.
It's very aggressive. It's not staying down or staying behind. It's not there to collect. It's to confront whatever RaiZo is playing. So I personally like the position of the Drake Rider. But depending on the matchup, I think middle is sometimes very good as well. And here you can already see Minocaro's deck is just full of removal. 3 Choking Sands, 3 Last Nightmares, 3 Soul Drains, 3 Spirit Thefts. I mean, that's just all the removal yellow has.
Yeah, it's a very typical yellow flyers removal where you're just looking to out-collect your opponent, and every time they put something down on the board, you aim to remove it from the board.
Yeah. No Manta Riders, so it's not super creature heavy, but the Spirit Thefts really help with that. So you really have Drake Rider and Windborn Champion and Kaleem, so that's only 7 creatures. And Drake Rider is not the best one, so you're kind of reliant on the Spirit Thefts to give you nice creatures, so you don't end up like just not. You can, if you remove everything your opponent has, and you still don't have any creatures. So, I mean, removal alone won't win you the games. Also, very interesting, Shadow Silk Fairy. I think that's 3 Shadow Silk Fairies is a lot, and it's not seen very often anymore because the nerf to 3 Faeria and 4 lands. So I tried this list a little and I wasn't super comfortable with it. I'd rather go for a less removal heavy list personally, but Mino is very good with it. And very carefully placing his lands around his orb. That's super unusual for yellow tempo.
Yeah, kind of just playing around the Sunken Tower, I would assume here. Getting his lands in places where they can't be moved suboptimally. If RaiZo wanted to move one of these lands right now, he has to actually move it into a better position for Minocaro.
Yeah, super carefully placed. And also important that you don't have a land underneath the Drake Rider, so you can't move the Drake Rider in range of Triton Warrior. I think we can jump in Team Mino or Team Lizard and just hear them discussing if you want.
Yeah, we'll jump into RaiZo's team right now, so we will jump into Team Lizard's chat and see what they're talking about.
Okay, either way, I'm making the lake to stop his Flash Wind play. Okay. It's either the Warden or the Commander right now. I mean, Commander is fine.
Oh.
The Warden is fine, I mean. He's beefy and he procs the Commander, the Archon.
It's just the Warrior will get nightmares, like always.
I mean, we're okay
with
that.
We have 2 beefy creatures, right?
Yeah. And if he nightmares with the Warrior, we can just double collect with the tower. Yeah. I hate using the Sunken Tower for Blaze like that, but it's tempo against tempo. You have to value.
We denied him one collection effectively.
Mm-hmm. And we get one more.
So stuff like Archon is gonna be really good.
Yeah.
Once we get another 7 cost.
It draws. It's fine, he can always.
Yeah.
Yeah, he runs 3 soulbacks, right?
Nightmare, okay, that's fine.
Runs 3 soul.
That's fine with me.
Mm.
So actually next turn, you could go make double neutral in the wells, maybe. I like
Double
keeping the
neutrals
lake.
in the one.
So you make 1 neutral in the well.
One neutral, move it to double collect, make the other one behind.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Or
then
battle.
you battle toads.
That's an option. I mean, you could also draw, but
I like it. I like this.
I wanna get this land, the aggressive one.
Okay, that's also fine. If you
Yeah,
want to.
I mean,
like
the
in playing
4/6 is
battle.
gonna.
But you're gonna double collect with the 4/6 anyways, right?
Yeah. Like the 4/6
I
will
mean-
always stick.
Okay, listen. We're playing Battletoads, right?
Yeah.
So we're always gonna collect from the bottom, right?
But this is just giving him a land to corrupt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
And you don't want a neutral there, you want a lake there.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Battle toads is
Play
good.
both of them at the well or play one to contest the command.
I like
The one in front of the orb, one
yeah,
at the well.
yeah, that's good. And now he has to soul drain if he wants to stay in
He's
this.
going to soldier.
All right, some really interesting discussion over there. A lot of discussion around the land positioning. So now we're going to jump into Team Minocaros as they are in a lot of decisions to be made here.
Other choking targets in its deck.
There is Ninja Toad, but yeah.
Ninja Toad is
it's
going to be
true.
used
If
for
we-
removal. Like we don't care about the choking.
But we need to +1, right? To have 10.
No, we need to make a desert. No, we don't need a +1. We collect.
Yeah, but we need 2 choking 8 plus Soul Drain.
Oh.
So
Wait,
we
we
need
can
to
move
+1, so
to
that means we don't have any.
Center Flashwind, Soul Drain. Oh yeah, no. We
And
need
we have
+1
a
and that slows down
5,
champion.
but
by
they have
a lot.
lost.
Okay, how about this? We just don't clear the toad in front of his orb.
Yeah,
Maybe we just.
I guess it's fine because then they can't collect. I like this. We go for it. Double Flashwind, make a desert choking the one toad, and next turn we have another choking. We need to Soul Drain, of course, but
Yeah, I like it.
okay.
There you go. Yeah.
Tack. And now we have to think. It's
I just
probably gonna be here.
I'm gonna disconnect it.
Underneath. Yeah, underneath.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So.
So we
No,
know
what
they
I think
don't
it's
have the.
divine.
They don't have the second sunken, so it's okay. And they need to top deck Ninja Toad to collect from this well.
Yeah.
I'm scared he's gonna like +1 tower and then what? Aurora. I guess that's Ninja Toad.
Oh,
Whoa.
Battle Toad.
Okay.
Interesting.
Kind of annoying.
Movement again. Okay. So we can once again clear. No, we can't. We need to
Do
+1.
we go for the clear or we can just keep pushing his toads back?
We could just clear the toad beside us, and then we could play champion and move the toad that's in double collect. So it
That
doesn't.
Yeah.
was probably the move, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know where you play the champion though.
I like champion
Bottom
in
left.
L on the bottom.
Yeah. I like bottom left.
But the problem is he can block the collection from his well next turn. The boss.
I'm gonna go
turn.
Flash Wind.
But we have choking. No, it's fine. We have choking.
Well, we have to play champion this turn because otherwise we don't set up a board.
Yeah, and we don't need his collection, I think.
Yeah.
So we have to trade and block the Colossus forever.
This is so awkward.
Nah, it's sort of fine.
I think it's fine. Yeah. To answer this, they can have the Humbling and Ninja Toad, but they don't
The
have
thing
it.
is, they don't run Frogify, so like that's pretty good. So our 5/5s are kind of here to stick, and if
Yeah.
they humbling right now, it's really expensive, so they probably won't.
Yep.
All right, some more really good discussion there from Team Minocaro. A lot of decisions to be made around the different removal options that they had, the different movement. A lot of resources used in that one turn. Now going to switch back into Team Lizard's chat here as RaiZo is making his turn.
Champion and we never contest.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, we can swarm the left side. We can also try to contest his champion, but if he hits face, I think
I
that's
mean, it
okay.
depends.
I mean,
how
contestant, the champion right now is not like a big deal. My main concern is like we need to collect off of his will.
Yeah,
Okay,
I can
yeah,
see that.
yeah. I guess you're right, RaiZo.
I mean,
I
if he wants to
actually-
double collect, he will double
Yeah.
collect.
Yeah.
You still take the draw, or do you plus one
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Beirut?
No, I think
Yeah.
drawing it.
Okay.
I mean,
I guess Beirut just
well,
auto
there's
loses to
also
Nightmare.
so worst case scenario is he has like
Another
can
champion,
full
he
play
can
here.
go face.
Oh, that's not bad. Then we just humble and win the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, humble command is not worth it. We need command.
I mean, I think his like deck is not as aggressive as Yellow Flyers, so he has to actually like win the Timbo board.
It's
board.
like delayed
He has to
yellow
fight.
flyers.
Yeah, he has to play the control game, and if he
Yeah.
plays the control game and like denies you the double collection every turn, it's really bad for
Yeah.
you because your big cards are not gonna be played.
Yeah.
And the 6/6 Archons are really important,
Yeah, the
especially
6
this matchup.
Archons are game winners for sure.
Yeah.
Actually, we have kind of shitty lines for Archons, I just realized.
But we can just play it aggressive all the time. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I wanted to get the land at the will.
I
Like
would
the-
really like to have a Ninja Toad in hand right now.
Maybe we can draw on. If we draw a Ninja Toad here, that's so good.
Because then nothing is scary, because the champion will always be 3 health.
Yeah.
He goes for control.
So... He drew already. Right.
Yeah. I mean, he will draw every turn.
Pretty
That's
sure
another
he's gonna
champion
play.
into Smog.
Yeah. yeah.
No, if he goes face, I mean...
Oh.
That's
Ooh.
Embrace the
Something
Oh
wild
my god,
wind.
the commander nerf is really huge.
Oh, we can...
I mean,
Do we Beirut? No.
no.
Just Commander draw, right?
Commander
Yeah.
number 2 into draw. In front of face?
Yeah, this time I like
Yeah,
in front of face.
face.
Draw. Yes.
Oh,
Oh.
boy.
Hawk
Oh,
champ.
I
boy.
guess.
So,
Yes.
do you just command the Kalim? And
Yeah,
then hit
command the
face?
Kalim, go
Oh wait,
face.
actually,
Command the Kalim in the middle of the board is what I... Like, go in the
Huh?
middle of the board. Command Kalim and fly the commander right in the middle, so he can't run away from it. And he has no way to do
Wait.
3 damage. Like, he needs Soldier and Spirit Theft, and he can't play the commander because it's aquatic.
you don't
Wait,
like...
you just can
I
go
don't like
face.
face, because he can maybe run away. Like, I think it's better to trap his creature
Wait, why? How can he run away?
with another champion. I guess I initiate that.
But why do you care?
Okay, no, fine, go face.
Go face and command Kalim, I guess?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Then
Frog
keep the frogs
jumps.
where they are.
One could jump up because I have MP.
Yeah, jump up. I like one jump up.
Okay.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Uh.
This looks pretty stable. He can't do 3 damage. That's extremely good for us.
I didn't want to give him the value check, honestly.
Oh,
All right, as we switch back over here, a really good turn for RaiZo and Team Lizard. They're getting the flip on both commanders. And as they put the aggression in towards the front foot here, we're going to switch back over to Team Minocaro.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
draw first, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Soul Drain. Uh-oh.
Not good.
Uh-oh.
Not
Uh-oh.
good. Okay. Hot time.
Card games. Draw RNG. Love it.
No, come on. So I guess we value trade one to spirit it, and then we
Spirit-
flash wind kill the other toad.
I guess, yeah. That works.
Okay, wait, hold on.
It's not good though.
Collect.
You can collect one
No way to
time.
triple collect, eh?
But the champion is in range of the 5-3.
Yeah, I don't want to throw away a champion for free. That's
If we could
so...
collect those two, we could play choking and champion, and there should be a way. We need to collect those.
Yeah,
those
but
two
why
collections.
why play choking on the
we
toad
could
when
have
you can
collected
value?
from both if we pushed the champion all the way up.
I
I guess we
think
just go. I think we go with Minno's line here.
Okay.
I like Minno's line here. Like we give away one of our whatever, but it also prevents him from clearing. Fast. Go. Play the toad.
Nice.
Did it! Oh!
Okay. It's
Oh
fine.
no.
Now we have the
Oh.
toad to clear the 5-3. It's okay.
Yeah.
But there are still two collecting.
Dude, I don't even know if we're playing Faeria or StarCraft, dude. The freaking 8 p.m.
We should have played the Turbo Gift OTK, you know.
Yeah.
Fast! Oh my god.
Dude, my pulse is like skyrocketing right now.
The thing is, if they beat us with Blue Jump, that's their best deck to beat Tellerbird.
Yeah, it is.
Yes. But
The three
Terriban
commands
is
is
just
hella annoying.
one time.
Yeah. It's okay, we'll win
Yeah.
4-1. It's okay, we'll just lose the first game and win the next 4.
I don't even think we're
fine.
losing back.
We're not gonna lose though. The thing is, we're not gonna lose because we are really good at this game.
Because we have Last Nightmare in the deck, so it's OP.
Yeah, so we just
For the
kill
late
his...
game. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, he has...
Yeah, he has
Archons,
3/6/6,
Colossus.
Byrook, 3 Colossus. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, and we already used the Nightmares, so... We're a little bit stressed right now.
Good job at playing the Toad there, by the way.
Yeah, I like that one. I would not have played that properly.
I would have made the mistake and played it to the. on the
Yeah.
one.
So he's
Yeah.
probably gonna play like
Ooh, we got the
Drew
5/5.
here, so I guess he has a Colossus. Otherwise, he would not have drawn like that, right? Humbling.
Ninja Toad.
Humbly.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
Oh,
Wait,
wow.
what? That's not that bad. Just top deck. Just...
It looks
So-
horrible. No! Why?
Top deck Soul Drain one time, please. For the love of God, Soul Drain one time, please.
You have to draw, of course, because
Top
we can't
deck
play the
Soul Drain.
Wait.
top
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
We can draw because we'll be.
We can
Wait, you
double-
can. We
Yeah, I
can
can
double it.
double and play the Drake because he played one tower.
Wait, double land?
Yeah, and play the Drake on the second land. So this happened anyway to trade.
Yeah.
There's only one spot to do it though. It's in the wells.
Yes.
Yeah.
Making wells.
Okay,
Are
so
you
make like when you do it, so you have to jump on the neutral that you make when you
Yeah,
collect.
yeah.
Actually, I'm not sure because if we double end up, we force him to double end and he can't collect if he wants to trade. So he just has 3, probably play nothing because on
I
his
feel
deck,
like the setup
just
here
have-
is for Colossus, so
he just have commander.
I think this is a... Yeah.
Wait, you
I
just want to
think-
give him the free trade then?
But yeah,
Okay.
force them to double end, not collecting.
Okay.
Otherwise, we collect with Toad. This happen all the time.
I don't want to see him. I don't
And
want to give him the
then-
free double collect though.
Are
Well,
you
if you
sure?
wa-
You know?
No, okay.
I
Because
don't want to
they
give
still
him the
have
free
to
double
make that-
collect.
make
Yeah, I don't
double
want to
end.
give him double collect.
Okay.
We want to double like we want to collect right now. Like he's not collecting, we can potentially
The thing
fight the
is
board a
now
little
we
bit.
just go back, collect, I think, and play something else.
Yeah, and then we just keep collecting as well. We got a Drake Rider, we just chill.
All right, we can hear there the resources being used by both teams. Minocaro setting that play up, so we'll see what RaiZo's response is here.
Yeah.
No, one movement.
I mean, you play another warrior behind, like at your well.
Yeah,
So then
yeah.
he needs only one movement.
I like stepping on the leg and then playing warrior on the leg as well. But
Okay,
I
I'm
think
gonna
you
draw first.
draw first.
Okay.
Oh.
Yes. Step on the leg or not. I like setting up
I think
the
I'll
possibility
double.
of having double collect.
Yeah, you want
Okay.
to have the option to double collect for sure. Your staff. That's a clock jump.
Yeah.
Okay, so this turn nothing bad can happen because he needs to.
Yeah, now we only need our commander, like Archon.
Yeah. Yeah. Archon and we win. GG, guys.
Or more Colossus.
He has no way of dealing with Arc. And he played 2 champions
That
already.
was, I mean, I guess that was like the only mistake.
Yeah. It's a pretty big one though. Like if you just go for MP.
But it's hard to see that it's a mistake.
Nightmare?
Oh, that could be bad. That could be Nightmare and Flash Wind Soul.
Not really.
That could be a
He
full
could-
play this turn.
No.
Soul, yeah. Soul Drain.
Nightmare, Flash Wind Soldier. Oh.
Was it actually better to jump the warrior on the neutral for that matter?
The neutral.
He can always reach it with Flash Wind.
Oh, get punished.
Okay, nothing scary starts with him.
Punished.
Okay.
Do we go face here?
Yeah, just command, go face. Oh, actually clear the frog.
No wait, you command, you jump back with the warrior, plus
With
one,
the warrior,
another
plus
warrior.
one, play another warrior. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like command, trade the frog, go back with the warrior, play another one.
You should go face. You should pressure him right now, right?
I don't want to get.
He has no
into
cards, he
one.
has no Faeria.
He has soul back.
Well, he has only 2 and he just
like-
used 1.
I like going face as well because like he's gonna
Although, if he gives a soul, but he's kind of always there to make a Ninja Toad.
Yeah, so command, hit face, jump back, play another Triton.
Because now he doesn't even have good corrupt lines.
Wait,
Yeah.
let me.
All right, we see Team Lizard there putting on the pressure. We're gonna jump back in, see how Team Minocaro responds.
Yeah, we just have one champion left as movement.
Yeah. Well, that's not too bad.
Okay.
It's only slightly terrible.
Ooh, we let us champion collect if we have it. Well, we are dead if we do that. Spirit Death is a heal, so we are not dead, technically.
It's just we can draw champion.
Yeah, draw champion. Draw champion?
Spirit Theft something and pray we don't die to Ninja Toad. He probably has a Ninja Toad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really wish we could.
We can play a 4/4 this turn if we don't get anything. So okay. Hey, that's shocking value. Okay. So we have to sacrifice the Drake and play a 4/4. And we want this 4/4 to be between wedges, of course. So we need to collect here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
Or do we want to collect? We can go other side to save the Toad. Lol.
No.
I feel.
we're dead? Yeah.
I feel like
I
we're
feel we are dead. So
They have 3 Ninja Toads. We are one
no,
life
only
away
two,
from
only
death.
two. Only two.
Two?
Ninja Toad.
Two. Okay,
Yeah.
2. They are halfway through the deck. Chances are we
what
don't
is
live
our-
very much longer.
What is our only chance to win now? If we play the warrior.
We can just play the maybe Triton Warrior in between the not in between, but like
Here.
oh, okay. Thinking
No, this is not true.
Right in
Here,
front of
because we can
Warp, yeah.
still wait. Yep.
just try to contest as much as possible.
All right, getting very close to the end here. We're gonna jump back to Team Lizard, see if they can find a way to end this game.
Clear everything.
Yeah, draw and double trade.
Oh!
Why would I double trade?
Just so he has no... Like, again, the Colossus lives on 3 health, and he can't do 3 damage. He has no
Yeah,
insulation.
soul drain, soul back. Like a soul drain and a spirit theft.
Yeah, but that's terrible. And he still has a knock.
I mean, going faces actually.
Yeah, it's
I think they're
Going
both
faces
equally-
like slamming this
Just
Archon on
go.
board. How can he deal with this? Like
He
can't.
really can't, but
yeah, just drop it.
just slam
Hit
it.
face.
And we still have 2 Ninja Toads in the deck, and he can't even heal now.
Yeah.
You're right.
Okay, so this looks like a 1 game.
Yeah.
Yep.
That should
Yeah,
compensate
we
for
played
my
we
throws.
played really good this game.
Yeah, that was...
I think we piloted really well, except with that one line. Like, yeah,
Also, yeah, RaiZo made the right call to play the commander
Yeah.
on his well too and collect.
that was a really good call by RaiZo.
Yeah.
Cute.
All right, just going to jump back out here, guys. We can see that this is going to be game number 1, going to Team Lizard. Interesting to hear them talk at the end there about the potential different lines that could have been. What did you think of this game, Chief Romnan, as we're going to see the game end here?
I think it was very interesting, and also to hear them talk about it. I think Minocaro didn't draw super well. Like the Soul Drains came very late. And also, I've noticed the Choking Sands are just dead cards in this matchup. Like, they just didn't have a single good target, and you don't want to Choking Sand a Battletoad. So, I think this was the main problem. 2 early Choking Sands, no targets for them. And then they just got out-collected and outvalued, and the Archons are just... I mean, any 6 health creature is just so strong against the champions. I think those were the key cards, and Team Lizard rightfully, I mean, they noticed Archons are gonna be MVP in this game, and they went for it and played the 7-cost, which looked a bit odd, the 7-cost action guy in the beginning, but they just wanted it out for the Archon later on.
Right.
So I think
yeah,
that was a very good call by RaiZo and Team Lizard. Just
they were able
get those
to...
Archons triggered once you draw them.
Yeah, exactly. Able to get that out, so you didn't have to worry about getting the Archon down and then play something else.
Yeah, exactly. And in the beginning, you're not under that much pressure yet, and you can afford to take this big investment.
It was almost just Team Minocaro kind of ran out of steam there with what they had in hand. They eventually drew, on a couple important turns, drew into Drake Riders, which in that situation you don't have the freedom to play. We heard them talking about where the land was going to come down to try to protect the Drake Rider in a situation where you can then get the Corrupt and get some value back instead of just giving away free trades.
Yeah, and they had to make double neutrals, which is very bad. They really wanted to draw, but they also needed the collection, so this, I mean... So we just had a rules question by RaiZo, and he's asking if the loser can change deck, and yes, the loser can change his deck. The winner has to change his deck, and the loser can choose to play another deck, but you still have to win with this deck, so you have to go back and play the same list again. So winner has to change deck, and the loser can, but you still have to win with the yellow deck we just saw from Team Mino. So
yeah, exactly. The blue jump picking up that win means they are not able to use that deck again.
Yep,
and then
exactly.
The lineup for Team Minocaro is still wide open. They can choose whichever deck they'd like at this stage. They can stick with that yellow if they want, depending on what they think their opponent is going to pick, or they can choose to go to a different deck, again, depending on what they think is coming.
Yeah, and next we have Hunter against Duke of Prunes, who is also known as... curious what they're gonna play. Like, Mino didn't have to change, so it could have been still Mino piloting, but I guess they wanna possibly throw them off and not be countered by Lizard, Team Lizard, so they're switching players on both teams.
Right, and there are a lot of kind of mind games that go into this part of it. Even though you are changing pilots and maybe your opponent can pick something, some kind of information up off of who the pilot is going to be, the deck list still could be piloted by anybody. So it really is a decision on what are we playing, what do we think our opponent's going to play, are they going to try to then counter what they think we'll play, and you get this kind of multi-step process of actually deciding on which deck to go for sometimes.
And they need a little time as well to decide, and I think we have a toilet break here as well. Nope, he's back. We're just waiting for Dickleton to accept the invite. Okay, we're ready to hop in next game. You have the score on screen, I guess, right? So I don't have to keep track.
Yes, it's 1-0 right now. Score is going to be shown in a couple different ways. So what I have on stream right now shows, again, those deck covers. The names beside them won't be the full deck list, but they will have a little crown on them now for the winning decks, and the X'd out for which one was banned. And then we'll have the score in-game as well. As we get back into it, you guys will see it is 1-0 for Team Lizard.
Yeah, and now I think we'll try to jump from channel to channel a bit more between the
Yeah,
channels.
try it a little bit different. I like in this type of format, not cutting off discussion when we have players who are still discussing what the lines could have been on following the turn after, like as their opponent's going. But this time we're just going to try to kind of keep going back and forth as much as possible.
And you guys just have to try and keep up and follow the teams we are listening to, because we won't talk in their channels. So you just have to pay attention, because we won't probably announce the channel switches every time this time. So we try to be more switch more channels. And
to start off here,
So-
at least we see I believe that's the burn coming out from Team Minocaro, just because we now see the Doomgate. Of course, those Rakoans in there, you're not really sure, but of course, the other side, Dickleton, it is definitely their Rakoan deck.
Yeah. I think we can jump in Lizards and see if they... I'm curious if they know what they're up against, or if they discuss if it's Rakoans or the Storyteller burn. So I think we should jump in Lizards discussion.
Yeah, I like the Desert Metal.
Yeah,
It's like you pretty much fool him into, like, if you play in yellow.
We should
if you
kind of
play...
because I will play stuff on the desert. Obviously, like look at my hand. So the desert should be on the well because those cards don't go on forests, but still.
He's not gonna change his game plan.
So I should go same side probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
this
like
mouse
it.
is kind of wonky.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Explore, forest.
Oh, it's
Think. I
What?
guess.
Kill him. Kill him. Just kill him hard.
What?
Kill him. I think we just chill, guys. I think we're fine.
Okay, so do they run heal and Rakoan?
Yeah, they run two guidance.
I think you Doomgate it and you play around the 4/4.
They're not running Machinata, so we don't have to worry about like a lot of mobility. So like we can.
No,
chill
there is
here.
Illusionist.
Oh.
Okay,
right.
so do we Cannoneer first or no?
No, don't kill
No,
this.
Cannoneers for face, dude. We chill. We're chilling.
No, I know. Do we Cannoneer face and then sack the Cannoneer, or do we just sack the Reveler?
I don't think we do. We sack anything. I think we just chill.
Oh, I think we draw with the Doomgate.
Do you, because they play 2 heals, so I guess it's not worth to go start face now. Because we need to stabilize.
They
Yeah,
have
I would
guidance,
play
so
Doomgate
like
here.
Cannoneers can be pretty useless. Like if we just hit
No,
them
it's
now,
good
'cause
for
they
board
have...
control. Cannoneer is good for board control if we need to.
Okay. Ooh.
That's
Beginning or like the end of your next turn.
It has flying. The Dune Drake has flying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it stays with flying.
Oh, it dies at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, but you just step up now, or do you clear the Doomgate?
Do I clear the Dune Gate?
Like you could potentially do that.
Don't I just wanna have like? I mean, I kind of have to play a card.
Yeah.
You don't have to play a card.
Well, I don't want to stay on 4 card because it could give him a draw.
How good is clearing Doomgate?
How good is?
Let me have a look at the list again.
Wait, are we
What?
sure this is Storyteller burn?
Yes, this is Storyteller. Believe me.
Okay,
Okay.
It's not Ruby. The Ruby OT.
I have no idea how to play Rakons actually.
Me neither.
But this is very
Still
tricky.
good.
Killing the Doom Gate.
I don't know. It gives him cards, like card draws. It's kind of important for his like key puzzles.
What do we get out of this? Like we get 2 Cannoneers on the field. It's bad against Garridan, but Garridan is always good. So
I think
Yeah,
I just make a
kinda.
lake up and don't do anything. Should I make a mountain up
okay, so
and step up?
yeah, that also works.
Look, I have Gift of Rakoa, I have 2 Cannoneers. The plan is
Ho 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 ho!
So the
I want to do it.
problem-
I want to do it. I want to do it.
No, we're not
I
doing
wanna
it
do
yet.
it.
It's not,
I wanna
it's not
do
good
it.
right now.
I want to do it.
It's no, I think it's too early, but we want sack something. That's the problem.
I want to do it.
We're not
I
doing
want to
it.
do it. Come on. It's so juicy.
It's like 5 face and we cycle once, but then yeah, he probably
we can
can't
chill
kill
for
both
one more
barracks.
turn. I can say we can chill for one more turn, like max. We chill for one
But
more turn.
the thing is, even if we wait, it's gonna be the same side. The barracks are gonna be same side because we
Yeah.
can't. Yeah, we can double land next turn, but we can't desert and double land next turn. Wait, is it?
Why would we desert? There's no point in desert.
Yeah, because of the vermin. If we want to play on the left side, so it's gonna be on the right anyways.
But like
To
this whole
value the
deck is
barracks.
two mountains, two deserts.
How about
Yeah.
this? We just cannon. Oh no, that's bad.
What if we draw
Alright,
into
what's the line?
what?
Okay, we need
We
to
draw.
focus now.
We draw.
No.
We draw into storyteller.
No,
I disagree. It's
that's not the
mountain,
line.
mountain up the mountain. Play 2 barracks and 2 mountains and vermin sack.
Oh, okay, sure. Alright, fast. It's 8 PM.
They can't kill both barracks. Only one ends have to spend the.
Storyteller.
Late. Nice.
Oh! Wow!
Skill game.
Wow! Wow! That's really good.
Well, that's bad.
Yeah, that's kind of very bad.
It's certainly not good.
Is it? What is the line?
I feel
That's
like
nuts.
clearing one structure was the illusionist is actually not bad. You play the illusionist in front of the shield, so
He value trades.
Well, we need to proc. Like, you can illusionist in front of Lani, so it picks off the protection.
yeah, that's
And
what I'm
then-
talking about.
No, we kill the barracks, and he will then just trade with the protection the Dune Drake next turn.
But that's fine,
But then you top pick another illusionist.
isn't it?
He roughs
happy.
that like 100. I mean, I can play the Reveler behind.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like illusionist here rhythm.
Yeah.
The structure is like you need to
Yeah,
deal
that's
with it.
that's very important.
Yeah.
For sure. So the worst thing is if he has another Reveler.
Actually, wait. Can you actually double cannoneer hit the other structure so you can value trade the 4/4? Double cannoneer hit the other structure. You do
Is
it.
that good?
It's not
I think
bad.
that's good.
I guess. Yeah, it's good.
Do I sack the Reveler?
Yeah.
No, yeah, the Riveler and the keep the and the 1/1 basically.
Okay.
That's not a bad line. That's not a bad line. I can respect that. I can
He's
respect
playing
that.
around tether. That's nice.
Oh!
Oh no! It's not.
That's
Wait.
really good.
It's not working. They
Goes
just go
up
to
to
3
3. Who
cards.
cares?
But you have to go for it anyway. So you
Yeah,
start
just go
draw
for it.
or start.
Wait,
No.
packed.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Do you draw
Relax,
first?
everybody relax. Okay, soul pack
think-
first.
Let's draw first.
No, I'm not sure because maybe we want to land if we good draws.
Yeah.
So it's Soulpack Storyteller, I think first.
So pack teller.
Yeah.
Alright.
Here or here, does it
It's
matter?
probably gonna be
down.
draw anyway and sack it.
Yeah, I mean,
so
we're probably sacking the teller, right?
yes.
Okay. Okay.
Huh.
We're running.
So
We don't
sack
have a
it?
lot of damage. We're still gonna sack the teller though.
Sack it?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
sack
think
it.
we sack it. Yeah. Wow, that's a lot of damage.
I think the game plan is just the 13 now. So we
Yeah.
draw. Anyway, draw, yeah.
Oh,
It's
no,
not good.
it's inactive.
Not working.
Wow.
Yeah,
this
they
game
played well around it. Pretty
sucks. Dude,
nice.
this game sucks. I hate this game.
Okay, I think we have to flame burst the thing.
Yeah. Yeah, we have to.
Flame burst
We
up
have
to 2/2, I think. Play around
No, the 4/4 and kill it.
4/4. Yeah. I mean, it's bad to another illusionist no matter what though.
Okay, now what?
Yeah,
And then we just chill.
chill. Yep.
Do we flame burst anything?
Nope.
Nah, we chill. We're good. We're chilling.
You need like double illusionist, and now we don't have cannon here anymore. Stacks, and we have the duping.
Yeah, it's awkward. How many more Rakoans do we have?
So we can Geru, we can Tessera, we can.
We have
2 Revelers, and that's all we got left.
and the
Two
cannoneers are recall.
And Cannoneer,
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah. So we want to keep at least 1 Reveler in hand just for the burst.
Machines.
But then
Alright.
I don't swallow. Like War Machine's not tied to Gift of Rako unless I don't swallow. But
Wait. You don't swallow.
oh, so what do you want me to do?
So
I think
two
okay.
steps down.
Listen. Suicide the 1/1 in.
No. Actually,
Running
listen.
guidance. Running
No.
guidance.
No, I
Listen.
want to go with
Wait.
this line. Listen, tell me.
Okay, listen. You cannoneer steps down. You make a mountain below Ulani. You play War Machine there. You don't swallow. You play another War
I
Machine.
can't gift. I have 1 forest.
Oh fuck.
I need to make a forest.
Okay. So fuck.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I forgot about the second forest.
I guess you make the forest.
Fine, you want me to use guidance?
I like guidance here better than
Got it.
Rock.
Okay, fine. And then just War Machine.
Double warm.
I think this one just doesn't swallow.
Yeah. So next one we have Gift on the other thing.
Oh, I like this. I like this. I think. I mean, I think they're just trying to empty their hand so Husk doesn't activate, right? So we can just draw a card, I guess.
Yeah, you can draw a card, of course. We need to sack something, but you have the space anyway for Ferryman, so...
I think what the main concern is we want to block the 6/4 from hitting the thing.
Yes.
Yeah. But
So what we could do, we could Cypher's Wrath Vermin draw first.
Yeah. Go start with this. I agree.
It's a 4.
Yeah. We
could,
need to block that, right?
Yeah, we need to block
but we
probably.
can't block it unless we like make a land.
No,
and then
we can't. Yeah, we need to make a land to block and drop the Husk.
And then
Yeah.
empty Husk and empty Cannoneer. That's so bad.
No, not empty
No,
Pioneer,
that's
just empty Husk.
So we make
wait,
the
no.
land, right?
No, but that the Raccoon War Machine has charge too. It just clears it.
We
No, but he can't get to the thing.
no,
if he
we
makes
just
the
need
land.
we just need to play something on the neutral and we. So
No,
you just...
because like he can make a land and then he trades the 4/4 into Husk, 6/4 into.
Okay,
No,
wait,
no,
shut
trust
up.
us, trust
I
us,
think,
trust
no,
us.
I
Go-
think we play Husk and Cannoneer, and then next we
Go
draw
enter,
creature,
double
proc
end,
it,
double end
and then
up
flame
middle.
burst, flame burst.
Yes,
Okay.
and play the Husk on the neutral, the first
Okay.
one. Neutral.
Okay.
Yes. So now they can't go face. They can't kill the.
Okay.
Want to play the Cannoneer? No.
No.
Okay.
Go.
Oh, that's a Mino line. I know a Mino line when I see it.
Fuck.
Okay, how many lands do you have? I think you're gonna block with a with a frog tosser.
So
You kind of have to. Like the 4/4 has to come in front of your orb.
So the 6/4. No, it doesn't have to come in front of your orb. The 6/4 can hit into the Husk. You can charge with the other 4/4. You play the frog
Yeah,
Tosser
yeah,
right
yeah.
in front of the Doom Gate.
Okay, that too.
Right.
You have to make a
Wait,
link.
wait.
No, wait. You do it in the
You step
lake,
on the
in the
mountain,
mountain, in the mountain.
Oh, on the
sorry.
mountain. Are you
Yeah.
sure, actually,
Well,
about that?
I don't know now. Actually, no, I don't know. So this.
Yeah, like, it can reach everything. I want the 6 to hit into Austria.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. So if he actually can find an answer
So-
for your 4/4, you can actually go back and kill the 13/13 somehow.
Yeah.
Maybe?
It's not gonna happen, but yeah, sure.
Well, in that case, do you go back with the 4/4 as well? Or like, what's your line now?
Yes.
Yeah, you have to block it.
Like
Problem.
in this case, I think it would have been better to play the Tosser one down and then go collect with the War Machine.
But I want...
We win!
We have
Wait,
lethal.
we play Cannoneer, and then we Cannoneer his face, we then sack our... Wait, hold up, that's not it.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
Joe,
that
start
is.
with Joe anyway.
Relax,
Wait.
Werfs.
Draw card, we need a
Calm
draw.
down,
Let's
man.
go.
Calm. Draw is for sure,
Draw-
so you can go for it.
Cypher's Wrath wins the game.
This
Oh,
is a win
that's
also.
That's lethal, right?
GG.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
that's lethal.
I just don't want to mess it up. How does it work?
Yeah, Reveler,
Play a
Reveler,
Reveler.
and then double Cannoneer.
You
one
cannoneer
face.
the 4/4.
Yeah. Yeah, so... Cannoneer the tosser.
Yeah.
And then,
Cannoneer again the tosser.
Yeah, Cannoneer and then... Yeah, sure. Cannoneer the
sack it.
tosser. Yeah, sack it.
You small.
And then Soul Pact Flame Burst. Oh!
Hey, that's nice game.
Oh! Kill him! Oh! Kill him! Oh! Oh!
This
Oh,
guy's
my heart.
crazy.
Dude, this game is healthy for me. I'm gonna die of like this. This game is taking years off my life. Do you?
Next, Vermins.
All right. Well, a
That was-
very
was
interesting end
intense,
to that
yeah.
game.
Werfs just going crazy.
Some great lines from there caught in the chat as well.
Yeah, it's here we saw first time that they actually struggle to make a decision in 90 seconds. And the interesting part was whether to kill the two barracks or the Doomgate. So Doomgate is, as we said earlier, is just mainly for drawing, and now it just won a game and kind of proved us wrong.
Yeah, it ended up being kind of a backup win condition for them there, where they just realized, okay, we're not going to get essentially the time to draw into all of the other burn cards, and because they were just drawing with Doomgate, it got to a point where they eventually developed this strategy to keep it protected, which they did really well against the War Machines, and there was no way for Team Lizard to actually clear the Doomgate, or at least kind of poke at it so that it wasn't going to proc on the turn after.
Well played,
and the little bit of burn that they were able to do earlier on got to a point where Ostrogoth was enough.
Yeah, and then obviously a very nice top deck of Yulani, which bought them a lot of time. It was very nice for them to get the Yulani after sacking the Vermin.
Yeah, that was so huge. Just bought them a couple turns around that that positioning.
Yeah, and also wanted to highlight that Team Lizard really played well against the Husk, so they didn't get a single Husk proc. Like that's one of the key cards in Storyteller Burn is the new Husk where you draw and deal 1 damage. And Team Lizard made sure they didn't get any value off of it.
Yeah, it just fits what that deck wants to do so well. You get the extra card in hand, which the deck just wants to draw into more burn cards.
Exactly.
And then you get burn damage as well. So really well played around. Also really nicely to play around potentially Cypher's Wrath coming out from Team Mino. With the swells that they went for, kind of reinforced that health point back up of their creatures. If you can deny any Cypher's Wrath, your opponent has to use a Cannoneer or a Flame Burst on your creatures, you can kind of delay the amount of damage that's going to your orb, instead forcing them to use it on creatures instead of your orb. But just weren't able to get there in the end as Team Minocaro takes it.
Yeah, I mean they had a chance to kill the Doomgate, which I personally would have done. I think like you invest a lot. You invest both your Cannoneers, but you get rid of their draw engine, and but all right, that's their decision, and then they lost to Ostrogoth. So that's probably the key moment of the last game. And now we're seeing just a standard red combat deck versus the yellow deck again, played by Werfs, I think.
Yeah, surprising to see actually Werfs being the pilot for this one, to be honest.
Yeah, let's listen to Team.
No, I guess just Desert in the center as usual, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
As usual. We can't fake where you be.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that right now.
I think it's decent, to be honest.
Center.
I would go. No.
What?
You should go for the mind game, man.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
Because now they know, but okay.
Just make the mountain and bass.
Yeah.
This is the yellow thing.
Wait, they can't play yellow.
They can. They lost.
They can. Right. Sorry.
Yeah. And you played it on the side. Yeah, GG Werf.
Yeah, dude, I'm so smart.
Nice.
I'll go same side because of Bomb Slinger.
I think you gotta go side.
So I go same side.
Wait, is it favors for you to go same side? I mean, you're making lands for him, right? Rob.
Right, but I get the Bomb Slinger next turn if he doesn't have the movement. If he has the movement, I just Cyphers, I guess.
Okay, sure. Go for it.
But I have no follow-up.
I mean, you might draw the follow.
Am I actually allowed to be in stream chat?
I don't see a problem.
Yeah, there is a delay in the stream, mate.
Yeah.
So
You LN it, Kappa.
Okay, wait. Do you play? Do they run
No,
bomb slinger?
wait. Play around bomb trigger, man.
True.
Yeah. Do they have a bomb slinger? Yeah, they have 3 bomb slingers. So play around.
That's 3 bomb trigger, yeah. And they don't
I
play
guess
a
we does it
Baldurian,
here.
but
No. Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Does going to the right make sense, or should we keep contesting?
they can double end up, but if they do, they have really bad play. So I think you desert all the side now. If you draw something you want to play on the
Okay.
turn, you can make in the double collection spot.
Okay. So that's
If
here.
you don't, yeah, it's go here. And if next turn you draw nothing good, you desert.
And then we choke it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's okay.
They don't play common, which is good, and they play only 2 horse masters, so I like that.
Yeah.
It's not good. It's not good. Actually,
Oh.
no, nothing is bad.
I just double land.
Yeah. I like double. That choking sand was really bad. If he knows that we have like, if you have the bosses.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean Werfs? Yeah.
The other side.
Yeah, it's exactly the play.
Yeah, I'm so smart, dude. Dude,
You
Mino
are
agreed
so
with me. Oh my
smart.
god. I'm
Still-
number 1. I'm the up and coming number 1.
The thing is, while we don't have Spirit Theft, we don't give choking bomb slinger target, and the turn we draw it, we can play like a 3/4 on range to steal it.
Yeah, that's good enough. So he's not gonna take the trade if he has a.
Obviously not. Soldier and Spirit Theft is the only answer his deck has to this.
Yeah.
Fine, you can LN Fairy, so it's obviously the play.
Wait,
They
what?
have
Ellen?
3 shakers. No, sorry, choking. What?
So we choke that, right?
Yeah, always. It's always open. Because even if they have boss, you have LN for the next
Yeah.
one. You just need to clear all the time to keep collecting.
Yeah.
And
then we
Do you make the?
Where should
Hold on,
we
hold
put
on.
Fury though? Yeah.
Yeah,
you
I
make
think.
you make the last desert, yeah.
Yeah, make the last
So where?
desert.
Like over here? We could put it here and then play the Fury over here.
Yeah,
and then
because we
that
have
way the-
3.
Exactly,
Yeah.
3
Wait,
ways of attacking.
wait. That's interesting.
No matter what, we can +1 Soul Pack the Last Nightmare and then draw with Fury. So I feel like we make the land here. So and also like
I
this
like
way
this.
it doesn't let him get aggressive, right? Because he could potentially make land this way and then we get shit on. But I think we make the land here and then we play the Fury on there.
Yeah, I'm not. Well, the thing is, if we ground shaker into Cypheras to clear the
Who cares?
3/3.
We +1 Soul Pack the
Then we
Night,
nightmare
and
it.
then and then we collect draw with the Fury. So we definitely put it here for sure.
But you are forced to +1. But if you play the fairy on the wall,
Okay. Well, we're still making the land here.
Oh yeah, okay. Make the desert there. I see what you mean. Play the fairy as
Yeah.
well. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. This way I can spend my turn doing other things.
there is also downside of this. It's if you don't play LN target on this, we can't.
Yeah.
We can't corrupt. But
I just
Nice.
Herald.
Herald
Flame
Flame Burst.
Yeah.
Who's the removal deck now? So you can +1 move your guy with champion. And
We play so fast, they can't keep up.
Wait.
What
Are
about
you
we
sure? You want a +1? Like.
We're not gonna
How about
+1.
we just?
how do we
Okay,
work?
hold on. What do we draw into? Like, does Soul
Soul
Pack
Drain.
Nightmare
Soul Drain.
happen no matter what?
If
Soul
you
Drain
draw
is
Soul
really
Drain, you just go for it right now
Yeah.
Okay.
So Drain.
because
Okay.
he can't shaker now. So yeah, you draw for Soul Drain, of course.
Alright.
And if you don't, you
Ah,
that's good. You can corrupt now without LN.
but I
But
want
then
to
you can
Ellen.
shaker.
Yeah.
If you
I
even-
think you just LN it, dude.
yeah, okay. We get so much tempo. You can even flash wind to collect on.
You
that,
sure? I don't
so
want
that's
to throw
okay.
away Flash Wind that fast.
You draw 2 spells, man. So you will see. Anyway, if we have another flash wind or not.
Okay, fine. We're Ellen.
LN
Yeah,
for sure,
we're
but
gonna-
probably flash wind. Yeah. Collect.
Flash Wind to collect?
No, I don't think he flash win.
I
Yeah,
don't think so either.
If you flash
Because
wind, you
he
can
wanted-
axe grinder.
We already have
but-
Soul Pact in hand. Soul Pact is literally a better Flash Wind in this scenario.
Yeah.
I think
Basically,
we
you
chill.
just wanted to play the Axe
Actually-
Grinder on that mountain.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna move it. Otherwise, he gets free Axe Grinder, and like, what are we gonna do? We have to start top decking again.
They're probably gonna plus.
I think he draw. I mean, you need a creature on board such as that, but it's kind of bad to play
I'm
the
just
Axe
waiting
Grinder.
then, right?
You just wait.
You double collect.
Yeah.
There's
You-
nothing
you
I can
really
do
need
against
your
that.
Food. So we can just
Okay.
move here, double collect, obviously.
Draw first, always.
Right. Ooh. Now
Okay.
we move this here. I'm tempted to actually play the Drake because
I kind of want to make them play Bomb Slinger, but I don't know if it's correct because
I
we know
think we
it's
don't.
cheap to play. It's
Like,
probably
I don't think we force the Bomb Slinger. Like, we just put it here. He has a Faeria next turn if he +1. Like, what is he gonna do? He can't really do much.
yeah,
Because
right.
we can just start going face, right? Because we have movement in hand.
Yeah, right. Okay.
So, like, he spends his turn removing our thing. We have choking.
Seeing how that.
But it's fine, you can just hex grind up.
Wait.
It doesn't die.
He's gonna flash wind hit face.
Do you care?
I don't think you can. I think you draw first here.
Wait. Let's think about this. He will flash wind face. I wanna. Do I wanna play Bomb Slinger Wrath?
Really?
Not really. What are my options? I can draw for creature, which I can play in the middle.
No, I did. Can you outrace him ever?
Yeah, you can.
I
If you
used
get, like-
to flame burst.
Yeah, but if you have like one big creature in front of his orb and you get an aggressive mount, then you can really work him hard.
Listen,
I
I'm gonna
think-
take 5 next turn.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I think... You play the Horsemaster in the back. Soldiers heals.
Everything is bad.
Everything's...
I think draw for a ground checker is actually really
But I think you have to +1 because you're gonna make an inefficient clear next turn, most likely.
okay. Fine. Axe Grinder +1. That's the play.
Spirit Theft the. If we Spirit Theft now, we can Spirit Theft the Bomb Slinger then, but it don't have
Yeah.
any good target, I guess. And we have.
He can Bomb Slinger his
I
like
I,
our Axe Grinder.
I kind of think he have ground shaker in hand, so he want us to flash win and trade, and then shaker. But it's obviously face. The play is face for now with the Drake. And
Face
kill
with Drake.
Kill
And
the
then
axe.
create- Okay.
So you desert first
Where?
on
Over here,
aggressive.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! We give Bomb Slinger by the way.
Yeah, we do.
But
Who
we have
cares?
the
But,
fairy.
we
We need to
can
kill the fairy. Yeah, it's
kill the
fine. Okay.
fairy?
No, I mean, if he Bomb
No.
Slinger and don't kill the fairy, we can. So you
we
Soul
have
Pact
soldier.
first. Soul Pact, Soul Drain, Trade, Spirit Theft.
Are we actually doing that?
Yeah.
Ugh, okay, that's so nasty. I don't. Okay.
Just do it.
What?
You're
So,
almost at
Fine.
it's so good.
Fine. All right.
Soul Drain, Trade the fairy. Don't miss all.
Don't
the-
go face, by the way. Don't go face, okay?
Yeah,
Just-
go face, of course.
Oh my god, okay, fine, go face.
I think we go face, dude. It's a
Yeah,
fight.
go
Okay, go
face.
face.
It wins.
Face and play
Go
Axe
face.
Grinder on his face. It's
Yeah.
like he have
Sure.
Firestorm, but whatever. It's not
We can
doing
play.
anything.
We can play. Okay, and then afterwards we can what do you call it? Lead up. Follow up with the
Wait, we misplayed.
Fairy,
That's not...
and then you have another Bomb Slinger.
That's
That's
I
fine.
mean, it's okay.
not that.
Like, so far, you haven't actually gotten any ground shakers at all.
Yeah.
How do we win?
How do
How's
we
this a
win?
win?
What?
How?
We just
We're,
Wait.
we're just winning. Okay,
We just
hold
keep
on.
hitting face.
yeah, I mean we don't have little, but we're winning. That's say.
I
So,
don't
to
believe
play-
hitting face is the right move.
There's two plays: collect on the right +1 Kalim, or face play emissary and draw them. But
I think draw. Because then we just play
Draw?
emissary.
wait. If
Yeah.
we draw, we can't play Kalim.
Yeah, I want to play.
Yeah, I know,
Kalim.
but we play emissary instead.
Yeah, and they get firestormed.
No, we
I
play
mean-
emissary in the bottom right. And then we
Oh,
just collect
okay.
with the.
On the
Yeah.
bottom
So we draw,
right.
and we collect
Oh.
with Drake Rider. I feel like if we're
Yeah,
gonna
we-
play emissary, we might as well just start going ham and start hitting face.
Hmm.
I don't know.
We don't have
My
Soul
line
Pact
is
on.
draw first, and
Yeah.
if it's nothing, we just collect and play emissary in the bottom right. That's my line.
Spirit theft.
Okay.
Oh,
I think that's better then.
Okay, what if we go left, right side on the face, play Fairy
Fury.
Do they run
on,
Horsemaster? They run Horsemaster, dude. Like,
yeah, but if you
cares?
Horsemaster, you need Cypher us. If
Yeah,
Yes.
who cares? So move over here and hit face, right?
yeah, and play Fairy aggressive.
Oh,
'Cause,
here?
like, yeah,
Okay.
you don't have a command, so it's always good here.
Alright.
If he, it's probably gonna be ground shaker middle now. But you have to specify this bomb slinger, so it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Damn.
Okay, this one, I guess I lost.
Yeah, I draw for fun.
I mean, ground shaker is still.
Yes, the ground shaker is still a fun. God damn it. Do you even play ground shakers, dude?
What are you doing?
I'm gonna Horsemaster here.
to run away?
Actually, I can also Firebomb.
Cypher us?
There's
Yeah.
no board.
That's bad. I'm just
We
gonna...
should play double Horsemaster and like collect one Faeria.
I'm not playing double Horsemaster. There's no point, I just play one.
I mean, you put shit on.
I mean, Firebomb...
Firebomb
just
Cypher
loses
us
me.
stops, like, saves you like one more turn. And then you have no Faeria.
Okay, one Horsemaster and collect.
Yeah.
And the next time you Horsemaster back to yeah. No, not fully up.
I don't want to get in range.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Spirit Theft, right? Oh wow. All right, I think we just pick. I think we Sojourn that obviously. Let's get a Spirit Theft out.
Wait. Understand
I wanna
why
get
they
Spirit
did that?
I want to get Theft off of this.
Yeah, I want to understand why they did that.
Try
I think
to
it's because
understand
it's the
how
only winning line. So
it's
how about
saving
this?
the bomb slinger. Yeah,
We
you
drain-
start
we
with
drain-
taking
we
the
drain 3,
start,
2.
start with draw the spells on the mountain.
Okay.
You get theft, you win.
Ah fuck.
But that's fine. You can flash. We need to try the four.
Yeah, true.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
You-
guess, yeah.
You soul drain, you flash rain, soul drain, and you play emissary aggressive, and you don't move the Drake Rider. So
Yeah,
Is it possible you could +1? Oh, okay, never. It's too late. Oh well, that's not too late. You could
We can
+1
still
slash
flash him
and play
back
Khalid.
and then Kaleem, right? No,
I
but then
think
but
emissary
then
is
we
better.
can't make the follower land,
Okay, yeah.
right?
Okay.
Emissary is
Yes.
better.
So we still +1 though, because
Yeah.
I want to play Kaleem soon.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
No ground.
All right, game number 3 going to Werfs and Team Minocaro as they have come back from being 1-0 down. They're now up 2-1 as we get over here. That was a win on their yellow deck, just controlling everything out all along the way.
Yeah, it was felt very one-sided from the start. Like, Lizard could never really have board presence. He couldn't collect. It was, yeah. It didn't seem like a fair match. But like, it was, Mino's deck was just built to beat Red.
And Team
I mean,
Minocaro,
they
there
made
are a lot of discussion on the potential things that could have punished the plays they were going for.
Yeah,
And then they just
had, like-
didn't get punished for it. Like, a lot of times they were
Yeah.
saying, they have to have the Ground Shaker or Ground Shaker Cypher's Wrath in this situation,
Yeah.
clearing the fairies, or just the things that the Team Lizard didn't have in that game, where if they did, they maybe could have pushed some advantage back. But we
Yeah.
see how Yellow just plays that game out. You eventually just deny everything that your opponent puts onto the board, you out-collect them, and then even just a single Drake Rider can put enough pressure on to end the game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and they were just discussing what's the most efficient way to clear Lizard stuff. Like, they had 2-3 options almost every turn to clear. with
Yeah,
their Spirit Theft,
there's so many things that line up so
Left wings,
perfectly.
yeah.
Like, the Choking Sands are very good for the Brigands, like we saw them use, or the bosses. Again, Team Lizard saying that's fine. The Choking Sands are used as long as we draw a boss, but they didn't. And then
It didn't, yeah, exactly.
the Soul Drains, the Spirit Thefts are very good at taking out the Bomb Slingers. Soul Drain, of course, very good at taking out the Horse Master in the end there.
Yeah.
They ended up with a really nice play to take the Axe Grinder, which forced the removal from the other side, and you just continue to play more creatures onto the board. If your opponent has to use their Faeria removing those, they're not putting more creatures onto the board, so the yellow just snowballs that
Yeah.
way.
Yeah. They made a little mistake. Like, they could have played double neutrals for the X Grinder, so the X Grinder couldn't hit face actually if they didn't clear. So they
Right,
would
it
have-
didn't need to be a desert there
Yeah,
because
it
the
didn't
Axe
need to be a
Grinder
desert.
being stolen
Yeah.
off of Spirit Theft can be played on any land because it's a wild requirement.
Yeah, but then it turned out for the best because they could play the emissary there, so I guess it was fine, and they just expected it to be cleared anyway, maybe. All right, so we have the yellow deck has lost one and won one from Team Mino. And
Yep, they're able to get their win on
stands.
that, so it is now eliminated.
They have 2 decks left, right? Ruby Yak OTK and the green deck for Team Minocaro.
Yeah, exactly. They're down to 2 decks left here. Team Lizard still needing to pick up 3 wins. They'll need to pick up one on that red combat they just played, the Rakoans that we saw earlier into the burn, and then their own yellow.
Yep. So I imagine we're gonna see the red one again from Blizzard.
It is Lizard staying on the pilot seat here, and Minocaro taking over for his team up 2-1. So yeah, I would expect we're going to see that red combat again coming out from Team Lizard. We will have to see what Mino plays as he played the yellow earlier, which they just won on.
Yeah, and I think that's what like, you don't want to keep your Ruby Yakotike for the last win. I think you want to try and have a somewhat decent deck for the last win. So they try to get a Ruby Yak. And
Right, you kind of want to get that out of the way almost. You don't want to be
exactly,
left on that deck and hoping. This also sets up really nicely if they can take the win here. They can maybe get the preferable matchup for their final green deck into whatever is left from Team Lizard.
Exactly. Because they know they still have the red deck to win with. So green will be very strong against this. And we see the yellow monstrosity deck piloted by Lizard, which will be very interesting to see if they can get there in time. I think that's probably the most
really good start here for Lizard. Getting that Mistral Guide down early gives them a lot of ability to just spread the board as quick as possible. You know, you're playing into an OTK deck, so it's not necessary to get the Mistral Guide to then like switch the board and out-collect your opponent, but it will also allow Team Lizard to push up the board as quick as possible with the extra charge. Or the dash.
They should know what they're up against, so they know the deck lists, they know what deck is left, so they know they're up against the Ruby Yakotic. And I think we can jump here in the voice chats again, maybe?
Lizard's turn almost coming to a close here, so after this we'll jump into Minocaro's for their turn.
We have the perfect players with us, so we just make the perfect moves and we win. That's it.
I mean, look at this hand. How do we? Okay, I think we make Lake this turn on one side.
I would go.
I have no idea how to play this, so.
I would go mountain right now. Why we want lake? Because like if we draw Sky Anemone, for example, we can play it next turn. No, that changes nothing.
I mean, I want to Lake because we can potentially draw stuff like Shifting Tides, right?
But we don't want to play Shifting Tide for one, because we have Drainkeeper already in hand.
True.
So it's just, I think it's mountain better.
Okay, sure. We can go with that. That is a line that I can respect.
Yeah, next turn we have Usk. Oh,
Can't kill it, but
If I go in phase range here, maybe that's better. I can just apply pressure, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
I don't need the double collect for now.
You can just slam another Manta next turn and...
Yeah, it's just Mantas after Mantas.
you can just play the curve.
is not a good hand. This is not good.
This is very not good.
Not good.
We
So
are losing.
The main problem here is they have the aggression constantly, and they can connect next connect, so they have another turn 4 probably.
I mean, we
Okay,
can
so if
just
they
kind of
have
chill.
to make a land, I
it's
think
all-
you want to take the well on the left. Yeah, that well.
Yeah, it's like here all the time.
Yeah.
And
I mean, we
next
have
turn-
like famine Wulani, right? Like, but like we want to save the famines.
What?
Well, the thing is,
what famines do?
we run 3 famines, right? And they run Altar of Souls. So we could also potentially count on the fact that if they just Altar of Souls even once, we just need 2 famines to kill them.
But we play Usk also, so we don't need all the.
Yeah. kind of wondering if you make an aggressive land and play the aim.
I could also dash emissary on the lake here.
Hmm?
I could also make a desert here, dash emissary
that's
on the lake.
interesting.
I think I like that more. Because I
Okay.
collect in the process.
Yeah. You don't really need to draw, you don't need cards, you don't need Faeria, you just need to just...
Yeah.
And he doesn't run good.
God damn.
Hey, this deck isn't stupid, okay? Don't call it stupid. It is a masterpiece. Make the desert. Taunt
It's
the
fine.
5/3.
It's fine.
Alright.
Fine.
Kill him. We're gonna kill them to death.
Make
I
the
just
desert, taught the 5/3, play Dreamkeeper.
I'm not sure to play Dream, but maybe. Yeah.
I don't think we play Dreamkeeper just yet. We can milk it a turn, right?
We have
We like
two
just
of
taunt it
them.
and then next turn we draw an extra card and the Dreamkeeper afterwards. So I think we play
Well,
desert.
I would keep her now to try getting something.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, we have to.
Yeah, I think we have
For
to.
neutral
Neutral there, lake.
desert. No, it's
Or
desert.
desert, yeah. Desert, yeah.
Yeah. And then Yulani right in front of Ori.
I mean, it's nice that we could famine.
Wait. That okay. I'm not sure if that was the. Oh.
Oh.
Wisdom
Okay,
is
is that
really good here.
useful?
I think we wisdom here, right?
Wait,
We could.
is it little first? LOL.
What?
No, we are 20
Wait,
off.
Is
Okay.
Anemone like
Anemone
anyone-
can.
Oh, is it lethal for lizard? Oh shit, is it lethal? No, it can't be.
No, I don't have a little.
No, they can't kill
Okay.
it.
Uh,
Look at Anemone, and then that way, we keep our Yulani from dying. I think we just, yeah, Anemone and just chill.
okay, I like that. You have to flash.
Double.
Never mind then.
Uh,
Wait, don't you want to trade with him? Okay, why do... you want to
Manta
put
trades
this-
here.
I
This
think
is
Manta
here.
trades into the Nominee.
Yeah.
Because you don't want him value trading the other.
Do I actually draw? Or do I +1?
I don't think there's any reason to
I
add a
think
+1.
drawing is fine.
If I find movement here, I can...
Oh, you can
Here?
actually
Here?
Yeah.
yeah there.
Nice.
But then he has famine. If he has famine now, maybe it's bad for you because you lose everything without getting the value of the monstrosity. You know.
Is he really gonna do that?
What is his deck? I'm gonna look at that quick.
I actually shouldn't have drawn, guys. Because
What?
This goes here. This...
Okay, so if he uses famine, he just can't kill you.
No, this goes here, I guess.
Just kill it. He can't afford to
Yeah,
waste the
yeah,
famine
yeah,
on
yeah.
blood
I'm
control.
going to.
Okay, sure.
Chill, guys.
Fanatic in front in the middle of the board.
Yeah.
He has no Plague Bearers, he has no Falcon Dive,
Wait,
so
does he-
3 gags.
Does he have Geridan?
No, he has nothing. And
Okay.
if he uses a famine for board control, he can only do 18 damage.
Famine would be. Oh, that's.
Wisdom
Okay.
into famine is pretty good. Let's go wisdom.
Yeah.
Hey.
Storyteller's okay. Storyteller, we can storyteller this.
Do you shifting draw instead, or?
Think storyteller.
Storyteller's start is better, I think.
Yeah. We don't want to play one Faeria draw. We usually want to save that with Dreamkeeper.
Yeah, on the lake, it's it's
On
not
the
gonna-
lake? No, I wouldn't. I would not. I'd say on the desert. Or we can also
Mm.
collect, but then he could potentially just kill us next turn.
We
So
healed with
maybe.
17.
Yeah.
I like on the lake, but I don't know.
I mean, we're probably not gonna play keeper this turn, so yeah. Yeah, okay.
Okay,
Wow.
that is not good. We can
I think
power
he's
wheel
shifting
draw.
tide draw, man. Like,
Yeah, shifting tide draw. That's fine too.
Okay. Well, I don't like. Wait, what?
okay, just I don't know. I have no idea.
Shifting
Oh
tide
my
draw.
God.
Shifting tide draw. Draw. Shifting tide draw.
You need the famine, man.
Ooh, we can't play.
We can't play that. We
Rapala
can't
now.
play that. We can't play that. We can't play that. Shifting tide again. Shifting tide again. Tide again.
What? Shifting that again? Whoa.
Yeah,
why?
draw. Yeah, famine.
Okay, it's
Wait,
fine.
what?
It's fine.
Oh my.
Okay, that's
It's
fine.
fine.
That's fine. We should have
Fine.
famine there though, but that's okay.
That does absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. You didn't
Oh,
take
yeah.
damage, so... Oh my god, you can actually just put stuff around the devouring plant to set up TK.
Wait, but that's not the line.
That's
is
not
it?
the line. Of course, that's not the line. Just funny.
I think he just killed the structure with the fanatic, killed the 5
Yeah.
structure
Yep,
with
yep,
the
yep.
emissary, traded to the 2/2, and then
Plus one
played
Manta
the...
Rider. Or Demon Wing.
Wait, why not the...
Actually,
Well,
just Demon Wing
monstrosity.
aggressively, right? And go for it. No, I want to put the Demon Wing there.
Do I Soul Drain?
No, keep
No.
set. No,
I just keep trading stuff.
don't you want the Demon Wing there?
I thought I want Demon Wing here.
Oh,
I can also
yeah.
collect with this,
Nah,
but
so go face. Just go face.
yeah.
Go face.
Okay.
I stay.
Draw last.
I don't draw.
Plus one.
Yeah.
Someone doesn't make. That's
All right.
Ooh,
Wow.
2 famines. Hey,
Triple
one
famine
more.
cleared the board.
one more. Come on.
Nah, dude. Let's get Husk. Let's get Husk out of this.
No. Let's get famine. Famine. Yeah. Okay.
Dude, we lost. We just lost.
Okay.
Concede. We lost.
No, come on. What?
No, we
What do you-
lost.
No, we don't.
Okay, fine.
We
no
don't
concede.
lose. We just.
We're very
I'll-
dead.
I like
We have
double
the
famine.
double. We have the double
Yeah.
famine, and we're still, not in a good spot.
I mean,
Double Famine, Wingate, Rapala, Soul Pact,
You do realize that's literally all our combo pieces being used to defend, right?
no,
I
it's
don't-
fine. Why would you play Rappel? I need to play plant this spot.
Wingate.
Why Wingate now?
Oh, okay, so just play plant? I don't get it.
Like
Yeah,
this
plant here on the lake.
over.
Oh.
Because if I played another side, I can just trade with the emissary.
Yeah. But plan is not that good.
Okay.
Like
I
in this
mean-
situation.
Okay,
Plan
whatever.
is good when you get to like just play it proactively, so your opponent has a hard time getting close.
Yeah,
Like
exactly. But I got
Wanna
You don't have
monstrosity with
lethal,
it.
right?
Yeah.
GG.
You missed the Wind Soldier Soldier.
Nope.
And we're back to even 2-2 as Team Lizard takes down the OTK, gets their win on their yellow deck. Similar to what we were talking about as we were discussing this deck, sometimes you just don't get the cards in the right order for the OTK to actually pop off. A lot of defensive famine there, which, as Werfs was saying, basically means you don't have enough damage to OTK because you've used all of your pieces defensively.
Yeah. Yeah, that's... So it's Hunter now, playing for Team Mino. Yeah, they just couldn't handle all the aggression. And the very good draw, and the deck seemed very consistent from Team Lizard. But now they don't have a good counter against the green deck, so it's gonna be interesting. It might really come down to the OTK deck being able to get a win off.
All right, we are going to have a very quick delay as we're basically halfway through our tournament here. It's 2-2. Each team has 2 decks they have to get wins on. We're going to take just a very quick 1 minute, let the players use a washroom, reset, and we will be right back. All right, welcome back, everybody. I think we have... Oh, still waiting to see who's coming up from Team Lizard.
Yeah, they have to do what deck to play now.
They have their
we
Red
can have a
Combat,
look.
which we saw lose earlier, and the Rakoans, which we saw lose earlier. So 2 decks they've
Right,
already piloted through the day. They'll have to
Yeah.
pick up wins on those if they want to complete the victory here.
Yeah, and 2 very solid decks. I think both decks can or should be able to beat the OTK deck, which is probably the biggest problem for Team Minocaro now. So
Yeah,
it
exactly.
will
That's
be-
kind of what we were alluding to earlier.
Yeah.
If they're not able to pick up a win
Yeah.
on this, they're not able to win the match. So as much as that green, like you said, has very good matchups now, because there's not a lot of good ways with what's left in Team Lizard to actually take out that deck. If Minocaro's team is not able to win on that Ruby OTK, they're not going to be able to take the victory here.
Yeah. It'd be interesting. Also, very interesting to listen to Team Mino talk about the OTK deck while playing it. I guess very entertaining for me personally, and very hard to not commentate and keep quiet and let the players talk, not interfere.
I think we heard Minocaro, I believe it was, said basically had no experience on the deck, even though he was the one piloting it. Basically just putting his faith in his teammates there. If they say it's a good enough deck, we might as well run it, but you guys have to tell me how to play it, essentially.
I'm very certain this is just on Werfs. He just wanted an OTK deck in there and got his way, and he might be the one to blame afterwards if they lose. So, it's
Yeah.
just this little baby stick. And we haven't seen Hunter play a lot yet, so I expect to be the green deck, get a win, and then hope to somehow manage to win with the OTK.
Yeah, Hunter, we saw a little earlier, played the Turbo Burn. They were able to pick up that victory. So he is 1-0 himself. We'll see if he can continue that to go 2-0. And since they are switching, definitely would kind of expect that green to come out, but very easily could be the OTK as well. All these players will have the lineups, their deck lineups prepared, so that any of them can pilot any deck.
Yep. And here we have Dickleton as player for Team Lizard, and I expect Rakoans. I think he just played that played that a lot on Leather. Like he's very, very used to the deck. He seemed to be most comfortable with the Rakoans when we saw Lizard pilot it. And I think they might just assume that Hunter is playing green, and Rakoans is definitely better suited to beat green than red, I think.
Right, and as you're saying, that kind of comfort that comes from who you're putting as the pilot for each deck sometimes comes into play when you're having those discussions and that person needs to make the snap last-second decision on what they're going to do at the end of the turn. Somebody who's more familiar with the deck will generally lean towards what will probably pan out the best, rather than somebody who's unfamiliar and may place a land in the wrong spot or place the wrong creature, use some resource that they need later on. But as we get into the game here, it is 2-2. We do see it is exactly as you predicted. Hunter on the green, and Dickleton, Duke of Prunes himself, coming back with the Rakoans.
Yeah. So should we listen to Team Lizard and see if they can guess what Hunter is playing?
Yeah, let's jump back into that one.
Okay.
Forest side.
Yeah.
Right?
I think so, right?
I don't know the matchup yet, so yeah, Forest side. And let's tell that they're playing Rakoans, like he knows.
So OTK.
I mean, either way, we start Forest side.
I think it's green.
Yeah.
Hunter's not playing OTK.
Hunter is not playing.
Well, it's green now. Okay.
We're fine. It's a very good hand.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Oh,
I think
we
we
have another
rush.
one.
Do we rush? I think we rush, guys. I think we rush here. We double land, pass, next turn explore, Verdi, and just slap on those outer wood embraces.
Okay, so
What if he plays Leia?
Yeah, it's only Leia, but
Then
I
we
guess...
lose. Then we lose. If he plays Leia, we lose. So you know what? I changed my mind. We're not rushing anymore.
No. Okay. I like this. I like this.
I like it too.
Yeah, I
mean,
go double and up. It's funny. Wait, you can
Double
also
and up?
wait. You can also just forest and next turn
We
expo
could.
forest again, but then they can block.
Yeah, that's true.
But they have a lot of tokens anyways. They're gonna block.
Are you sure if they have Leia? We just.
if they have
I'm
Leia, it
scared.
gets me just.
I'm scared. I'm
All
scared.
right, what are we doing?
Timer rush. We can do forest.
Just double and up. Okay, double
Double
and up.
end. Oh my god. Okay.
So next turn we can explode and forest on the side.
I think so.
He just literally
Oh.
lost the game this
Double
way.
shield mates?
Mm,
Yeah, sure.
yeah. I mean, you can also. Nah, you don't.
Like,
even need
I
to
I
feel-
mean,
do
playing
this
the
next
1-1 gives me a better illusionist if I want to go for that. Playing the
Yeah.
shield mates gives me a better cannoneer.
Actually, I think playing the 1-1 and the shield mate is better.
Okay, so the shield mates go on the left.
Yeah, obviously.
time. Actually, yeah. Should be fine.
I mean, he just hunted. Okay.
Once.
Embrace. Okay. Yeah. Embrace, because otherwise they can trade it.
So 3, 4, 5, 6. They have 6 here.
Wait. We gotta watch out for illusionist, right? So embrace.
Embrace is sure, but for guidance, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They could potentially clear if they just dump their entire hand. Like if their
They
hand
need-
is like cannoneer,
they need
illusionist.
5. I think we need 2 guidance. 3, 4, 5, 6. Then double cannoneer is not enough, but there is illusionist. No, because illusionist is one. It's
Or
one
they play
less.
Laia and then we just lose, right? If they play Laia, we
We
just
do
lose.
like, yeah. If they play Leia, we just lost. So like, I mean,
So yeah,
I mean, okay. If we don't buff and they play Laia, we still lose, right? So we might as well buff to keep it out of range
guidance.
of.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
guidance.
so we just guidance.
So,
So
you
like, if they
play
play
around
Laia,
double-
we lose anyway. Doesn't matter.
Still.
Let me count.
You can't play.
So you have 7 was the illusionist and the cannoneer, and you have 7 on board. You have enough.
How? What's the line?
You suicide the 1-1. You suicide the 3-4. You suicide the 2-2. Oh wait, when you the 1-1 that
to-
summons after the shield mate, if you rock one illusionist, does it move or not?
No,
No.
so I have to record
Oh.
illusionist. I'm one off, I think.
Yeah. You're 1 off, exactly 1 off.
So you need to make.
Wait.
plans.
Do you have 7 and you have 6 on board? He's at 13. That's enough.
Yeah. But
that's
I have
enough,
to
sure.
transform the illusion, the 1-1.
The 1-1 that and then
No, that
suicide
doesn't
it.
move. I have to transform the 1-1 that is on board now. Like, this one.
You don't need the 1 damage off of this one. You have 6 on board right now. Right?
Yes. But illusionist gives me only 3 because I
Yeah,
transform this 1-1.
yeah.
Oh shit.
You see what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
I feel like you wanna
Just collect
just-
and play more.
Mountain collect
Don't
shield
collect.
mates?
don't collect.
Don't collect.
You hit in the shield mates, you play the cannoneer, you play another shield mate.
I like it.
Okay.
Can I this then?
Another one. Yes.
5,
Just go
6,
face.
7, 3, 4,
Embrace
5,
it, go
6.
face.
Yeah, so you basically make a forest and embrace face.
Yeah.
So it's once again they can't on cannoneer or
Where's
on
the
Don't
Mino.
make the Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They can
Block the-
clear potentially.
block the 2-2. Where is the 2?
Yeah.
Be super aggressive.
There.
Yeah, here.
Okay.
and then
And then
embrace.
just- Yeah,
Embrace
and go
face, of course.
Yeah.
Because they have 8, so it's cannoneer is not enough and illusionist is not enough because it's only 3 damage.
Yeah.
I
Did
think.
I mean, did I have the clear otherwise?
No, you didn't have the
This
clear
is
last
for-
turn.
Yeah, I would have been 1 off.
Mhm.
Easy
I
talk.
think.
I actually would have been 1 off. That's pretty funny.
I think you start with cannoneer first.
No, I hit this in. Like, I start with this.
Okay, yeah.
This can move here. I want to play the illusionist here, I think.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
Then we shoot this.
Yeah, that's enough. Exactly. They like
then
literally on
you-
point. Yeah, illusionist trade. Wait.
Wait.
Illusionist, the 1/1 and trade, and then trade was the 3/4.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Then I guess the land you made was actually bad because could have
Yeah.
just moved it.
This could have just yeah.
But you're winning now. You've won.
Yeah, that was bad. And this shouldn't have moved. No, it had to move.
It's fine.
Hey.
Okay.
Alpine. I think we make a very defensive forest at face.
Here.
Yeah, and then we play the Vulpine just right there.
Mm,
Or you can go, or potentially you can not play anything and just set up another vert. Right?
no, I
next
think
turn.
I think it's right to go for Vulpine now.
Yeah, Vulpine.
Because then that would give us the ability to golem in 2 turns instead of Verduran. So yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
So here.
I like that. Yeah. So again, they get two two fucking cannoneer in early game with illusionist.
You
I
have
can
the frog
just
aggressive anyway, so you don't.
you can
You
just
have
go
the
between
frog-
the wells and keep double collecting.
You have the frog aggressive anyways. I don't go.
Yeah.
I don't like going between the wells.
I can also just make this land step the cannon.
Yeah.
Make the land between the
Or-
wells for the one.
Or you can
for
play
the
the
1/1.
tosser on the right side, and like RaiZo said, go and double collect. But maybe you want to draw every turn. I don't know.
I have to make a land this time.
Yeah.
Ah, that's what you mean.
But
I just like taking this land. Though.
Yeah. Looks clean.
Okay.
You step on all the lands. You play the tosser.
I play the recruiter.
I don't see a reason why not. But then again, why should you
Just
play it?
warm,
You can
man.
keep Faeria as well.
Dang, that's unlucky.
Uh,
That's unlucky. Very unlucky. Very unlucky
Okay.
here.
Okay.
That's not gonna do enough, is it?
Oh man.
Just
They
go
had
for
every
draw.
answer.
Go for draw. We need golem feed next turn, so yeah, go for draw.
Dang.
Okay. Pass.
Maybe we lost.
Don't you make the mountain and play gravel aggressive?
Yep.
Wait, at the well?
Oh, that's what.
Yeah, move with the forest first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good enough. I guess I can start moving stuff up. Like one-
No, just stay.
Just stay.
You can
Well,
move
you
the
can move.
3/4.
You can move the 1/1, the 2/2.
Yeah, the
Up.
two and everything shimmies and I play this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, move the 1/1, move the 3/4, play at the rock one at the well.
I mean, I only have one gift of Rakor, but
Play the full hand.
Wait, hold up. Is there a line here, potentially?
No, because there is no spider, so we never can kill. It's still very run for us, right?
Still Verdant Force for sure.
It can be golem.
I think Golem is good, actually. There's no way we can press for lethal right now. Like, we make the forest, like, as aggressive as possible, but they step on it, and then we actually don't get to growth collar properly because they just hog the forests. I think best line is just to make a land on the...
We're not gonna growth color next turn anyway. There is no growth.
Yeah, no. So, like, I think we save the Verdant growth collar for lethal. Like, that's gonna be our way to win the game. So I think right now we want to stabilize board. If we want to stabilize, the 5/10 is really good.
Yep. True.
Okay.
I like. I want to play the 5/10. I think 5/10 is the
So-
best way to stabilize. We're gonna say Verdi growth collar for our finisher.
Don't make
so
land
when
to
the-
make him jump with the toad. So forest on your face.
Here?
No, not here because of the toad. Maybe
So
just aggressive. Aggressive to make space for later. Yeah.
Yeah. And then just Verdi in front of orb, but we're not collecting.
Or here.
Front.
I want it in front of orb.
Front of orb, yeah.
Yeah.
You can
Because
try
we put it there,
otherwise.
he just trades it on board, yeah, and it's just bad.
okay.
Oh,
You just draw
Work.
every turn?
I think I drive it, right?
Yeah.
yeah. But you have a clear on it.
But I don't
Yeah.
clear that.
You just hit face.
Wait, why? You can actually clear it. You have exactly enough.
Should I clear it? It does nothing.
I mean, it's a feed target, but
It's a feed target.
Yeah, it's a feed target, and it's a creature on board that can actually kill your minions for free.
But I give him my minions for free if I just run like 5 recordings, you know.
But
yeah.
then you don't give him the initiative of doing so, so he can't buff it.
But he's green. What can? Yeah, but if he buffs it, I can just ignore it until, and he kills a token a turn. That's so bad for me. If he just kills like a 2/2 every turn.
Yeah, just
Go face.
hit face with the toad, I guess.
And shield mates where?
Somewhere behind on the forest, I guess.
Can I cover all the lines? Yeah. I wanna step
Move
up.
the 2/2 up, yeah. 3/4, move it up as well.
Yeah, move the 1/1s at the forests.
Yes,
And just
same.
shield mates and
Just
pass.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Block the forest.
I mean,
This forest?
I guess you could, but
You just don't give him any forest to play stuff in. Don't give him a
Yeah.
draw.
It's
yeah.
fine. I agree.
The thing is, Rubiak. Oh, the thing is, Rubiak doesn't beat red, right? So like, if they win here, we can use green beat red, and then I have to like super hardcore top deck wins with Rubiak OTK against red combat, which is never gonna win, right?
Yep.
Like, yeah.
Do you want the 2 extra Faeria or do you want to trade the 2/2 body now?
Maybe we trade the 1/2 because he could potentially Tethra the 1/2.
Oh, we don't care. It's
don't care?
about two turns for now for us.
Sure.
If we kill the 2/2, it's one less body to clear. I think you 2/2 up and then feed.
You mean the Cannoneer?
Yeah, the Cannoneer.
Yeah, let's kill the Cannoneer.
Kill this one?
Kill the Cannoneer and then feed, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
pretty interesting.
Hear me out.
Yeah, I know what you're
There's
gonna say.
There's a lethal line with Tethra and Grove Caller.
He's gonna block face anyway.
Yeah.
He doesn't. I mean,
Okay, how
I think
about
we
we
just do
play
it.
Leia? No, that doesn't work. We could play Grove and Verdurn Forest.
yeah, like that. I can get behind. No, he clears on board. I
Okay,
wanna
okay, you
Tethra and then go
forest
with the-
on the right lake, the forest behind.
Yeah.
Play the 7/7 here and play the taunt behind.
Okay.
Okay.
Then
This
kind
way
of
you
a-
open if you don't step on lake, like you can get the aggressive forest.
This creature.
Yeah.
Well, you kill the Grove Guardian with the illusionist thing.
No, you just kill the Verdurn Force.
You think
And you
the
ignore
Russian-
the Verdurn?
Yeah, just trade in the 3/4 and the 1/1.
Do I draw?
Wait,
Yeah.
did you? Okay, wait.
I think you draw. Just draw, you have 12 Faeria.
Okay,
You
do
can
it.
always hit in the frog. Or not. Okay.
That solves all problems.
I think
Okay.
you're suiciding the 3/4 in now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you start with the Illusionist.
Yeah, and move.
And
I mean,
champion.
I go.
Wait.
No, that doesn't
Okay.
matter because illusion.
Okay,
kills
let me
are
tell you the
But
ordering.
No. Yeah, it's ordering.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm just
okay,
saying because
collect-
of Gift of Rakoa, you collect.
Yeah, collect was the 1/1. Move the 2/2, the shield mates, or you can just play the illusionist. Play the illusionist anywhere.
Yeah.
Move the 1/2, the empty spot. Oh my God, what are you doing?
No, it's fine. It's fine. Dash the Rakoan on his forest.
You could have just hit him for a lot here.
Actually, no.
Yes.
Actually, hit that.
Guys. No.
Okay.
No.
Oh, that's maximum BM. But,
That is maximum beer. I actually like. Don't make me rope.
okay.
I
Oh
don't
my
play
God.
champion this turn.
Okay.
You could
Just
have
don't play
played that
champions.
champion and hit him for 11.
That was a mistake.
Plus 1 pass. I think we're dead. think we're dead.
Yeah. Why does it miss the 2 damage here?
Because we're at how much health? I can't see how much health we have because the Tethra is blocking
Yeah,
it.
same.
Is it 12, 13, 18,
We're at 16.
27, 16?
I think you +1 Laia on middle anyway.
I am middle, and then he just trades out the tosser that's playing from behind. We're not
That's
gonna win that
fine.
way.
That's fine.
Wait,
I mean, I
like middle,
think-
like in front of orb, right?
Yeah.
He's gonna tosser it though, and it's just bad.
Yeah, I mean, but like.
I mean, at this
whatever.
point,
Okay.
Okay.
You should have hit him.
Can I hit him now?
Yeah.
You just
but...
go face, block with Reveler, play a champion. Play 2 champions actually. Just double land.
Yeah, double land is fine.
Yeah.
Or
Get the
alternatively,
land.
play.
You play the 2 champions, one to dash in front of the Laya, the other one to block.
Yeah. You could also play Lake or Forest. Like double land does not do much.
Oh, yeah, sure. I mean,
Unless
you
you
run the
wanna-
aggressive
no.
creatures or the
Yeah.
champion.
Forest is fine.
I guess this is
Or Lake is.
Lake for one.
Yeah, Lake for
Yeah.
tosses are good.
Yeah, yeah. But you already have Mountain for War Machine, I guess.
No, I mean the
Forest would have been
spot
better.
for the tossers. Go face. So you'd have had both of these last turn.
Yeah.
But in
I
the
think we
scenario we
lose,
took,
guys. I think
the
we
scena-
lose.
maybe,
Maybe, I don't know.
maybe
Technically, we're not dead.
we
If
can
we
survive.
Technically, if we trade in the Laya onto the champion, then we guidance heal ourselves +1
No,
pass.
no,
We're technically
don't.
not dead.
You don't need to heal. You just trade the 10-10 and you don't need to eat face at all.
What? He just. Oh yeah, that's true. Because he can't jump. You're right. And then what? Do nothing.
So you
Die the turn afterwards.
you just draw for up something, trade the 10-10 and okay.
That's not gonna work.
And nice.
We just trade this?
Trade 10-10.
I mean, I don't. Okay.
Make them frustrating to misplay the placement. It's juicy, you know.
And in your illusion.
Yeah. Good call.
I'm thinking.
Ripley.
Just hit it.
I mean, he's just delayed
Play
the
more
inevitable.
Revelers, I don't know.
They just work him for one. More minions.
Is he playing for time? There's no time in this.
I don't know.
There is no time in this here.
Oh, you guys gotta listen to me. We should have played that head throw. Like no,
No,
it's
that
not
would
good.
have changed. Man, that would have changed nothing. Tesla would have.
Dude, they have
never-
20 damage. We're dead no matter what.
That
We're
was
literally-
that was yeah.
Oh, all right. I
That
think-
is not true. We could have not survived. No. Okay, GG.
No, we're dead. We're dead. No, heal, dude. Dude, you're 1-1 against Dickleton, man. Holy shit.
All right, another game win over to Team Lizard. It is now 3-2. They will be on match point. Very interesting strategy coming out there by Hunter, going for the rush start. Almost worked out for them, but Team Lizard able to find the clear, able to then just take full control of the board.
Yeah, very, very close in the beginning, and then it was just they just dragged it out, and we heard them talk about it. Like Team Lizard already said, like, what are they doing? Are they playing for time? Like it was over by then, a couple of turns ago. Once they cleared the big veteran force, there was just nothing to play for.
The frog tosser onto the Vulpine was also very key, because that meant that in the reset for the green, it was completely stopped as well. Otherwise, if you have that Vulpine played defensively, maybe it can collect enough that you can go Therian Golem and then into a Verduran Force and then into a Grove Guardian, continue to put more creatures on the board. But yes, as soon as they were able to get that first clear, get the Verduran Force dealt with, and then have the follow-up with the Frog Tosser onto the Vulpine, that was so massive.
Yeah, it was a very, very nice starting draw, and it just shows the power of the Raccoons at this point. Like this, they could deal with what was it, 11, 13 or something. Like it was a huge creature, and they could deal with it very easily and keep collecting. And we also saw the reason for Lizard putting in the Tetra, because they were like a 10 Faeria all the time, because all the minions, all the Raccoons are very, very cheap.
Yeah, it just swarms the whole board. We're seeing them at minimum double collecting, and then by the end of the game, triple collecting every single turn, just amassing a giant pool of Faeria that you don't really have any end game in the deck to actually get that Faeria used efficiently. Their list, that's why they're running, like you said, the Tetra. They've got the Garrotin in there because they have the extra Faeria to play those big end game cards.
Yep, exactly. All right, so it's RaiZo against Hunter, and They only have the red combat deck left. So I'm guessing we're gonna see green again. Also very interesting that they put it in front. I mean, they just rushed with a Beastmaster green list. It's not very. It's not a rush. Like 3 Feed the Forest, 3 golems. That's runing. It's not a. Oh no, Beastmaster, by the way.
You know, it's kind of just a big green, right?
Yeah, exactly. But it's not a rush list.
But yeah, we heard Werfs kind of alluding to it as well. Of the way that the decks are going to play out was exactly the way that we were talking about before that game. That they're just not really sure that the OTK can actually beat red. The green, of course, can take it. Historically, green has been favored against red because you have these big, beefier creatures that red is not able to trade efficiently into. But even if Team Minocaro takes this win, they're going to be very hard-pressed to take the final one with that OTK.
Yeah. This will be very exciting if it actually comes to that, yeah. And I'm sure we'll see a different strategy now from Team Minocaro, and I'm sure they won't rush this time and just go for the mid range, or even maybe late game strategy versus the red deck.
Right. Very interesting. The Voice of Truth in their green list could have been very good if they had played kind of the mid-range or long game, like you're saying, against that Rakoans. Voice of Truth very good against the champions, or potentially whatever is played into the Gift of the Rakoa, but they just weren't able to stabilize enough. And yeah, now we should see them go to the same side here. Generally, that's what green does in this matchup.
Confront red, try to keep them from collecting. The main issue here for green is, I think, is the boss and the brigand, and they are debating whether to go for which side to choose. So I think it would be interesting to hear them talk about it. So I'll jump in.
We can jump right into their voice chats.
It's same side, because if you draw Vulpine next turn, you play, and then you explore forest on other side, and you are opposite side, so you're not taking the bomb slinger or stuff.
The best creature to deal with a lot of his stuff, except for the Verdant Forest, right? So I think making a mountain is better. It's not the fact that I actually cannot like push one side, so it's easier if I double land it to control the wills, which is actually not bad. If I control the wills, it's really good for me.
Yeah.
Okay. I convinced myself.
If he's got a Verduran, that's painful, but.
Well, that's one way we beat him. I would embrace.
So wait, did he saw after the mulligan or before the mulligan?
What do you mean?
He saw before the mulligan.
He saw after mulligan. Okay, so now we know we have Odia.
No. He saw before the mulligan.
Oh, before. Oh, okay, so it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Double land there.
They're kind of annoying that he just saw whatever.
Well, no, yeah. But,
yeah.
So just forest?
Forest left. Yeah. Forest left, yeah. I don't see why not.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's not even good.
Oh, wait, he might not have any creatures to play.
Maybe that's a Grove Guardian next turn.
Yeah.
What?
Do we set up Underground Boss here? And then
Yeah,
we
I
hope to draw side.
boss.
Yeah. Step up X-Brand as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I get them.
Is that the line?
So basically, I would play Grove in our well, not up, so just bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So they can't collect unless we take the trade, and we keep the buff for like surprise if you play. If you play.
So I think we take a forest here.
Yeah, forest here.
Okay. Well, I mean.
It's forest here because next turn is Dwardia on this one.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
And then
And
here,
you play
right?
Grove left. Yeah, and I don't think we play around double flamers, to be honest.
There's no point. Yeah.
Uh,
Collect and drop Cypher behind.
Oh, okay.
You can
Well-
also clear it.
Do we clear it?
I don't know. I kind
like
of
clearing.
I don't like clearing.
Why? What do we do against the buff? If you just
Okay,
isn't it better
fine.
to starve him? Like I'm thinking.
Do I
starving
double
stuff.
land and just shut him off of the lane?
Uh,
I like double land here.
we have to do an X grinder spot eventually, but I think double land is fine because we have Cypher in hand.
Yeah. And I get to control the will. Like I'm
Yeah.
always double collecting, and he
Yeah,
has no.
yeah. I like it. Firebomb tech, OP.
Come on, lagging.
Oh, lagging. Well, that's not good.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
I
Kind
think
of.
we can explore to like plug up their land,
Ooh.
and then we can like Vulpine and Dordia on. Like the thing is, Vulpine is gonna die to Slinger, so we don't want to play it on the same side. Like I feel like we explore to plug up.
I would
We
just
should explore here.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. But then we play
Yeah.
both creatures in the right side, and next forest anyway. We can
Yeah.
teleport them.
Yeah.
Wait. Both creatures. Why don't we just play Doherty and Buffett?
We could actually,
Why? We want play
but like we
Vulpine
can
to be
double
able
trade.
to.
We can double trade. Yeah, exactly. Like we can
Yeah,
double
we want
trade.
we want buff for Vulpine next turn and trade. Yeah, I think.
So we just play both of them on. Yeah, Dordia at the well, and then Vulpine closer
Whoa,
to face.
Wait. Hold on.
Toward the underworld.
Does that work?
What is the what?
Wait, hold on. Okay, so force here for sure. We agree on that,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
I mean,
Now, if
next
we
turn
play Doherty and Vulpine,
we can't double trade next turn, right?
we can't, right?
Yeah.
So it's just better to buff Doherty Buffett.
Well, another play is Dwardia on the and Vulpine on the right. I like this, but not on the well, on the safe zone. Protected safe.
So where?
Dwardia next to your face on the left, and Vulpine on the well.
But then Horsemaster. Is that a problem? No?
Nah, fuck that.
Fuck that. Fuck that.
Yeah, fuck that. We don't give a shit.
If they do,
Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good. That's also good.
Yeah. Do we double land?
I mean, you have to play Ground Shaker, right?
I like ground shaker here.
Why do you like ground shaker?
Because I force him out of the lane.
Lane.
Yeah, I force him to make another forest next to the ground shaker, and then I can
It's,
bomb slinger the thingy. Or I
feel
can
like
just give
double
him the
land is
trade.
better. But maybe I'm wrong.
I mean, he can also just block the bombs.
Well, he will buff it for sure. He can collect and just.
I mean, if you just double land to bomb Slinger Vulpine,
Yeah.
first of all, it can just move away because of that.
But it's still.
And also, you can just take this forest. Just block it.
I still feel like.
Oh, you double land.
Yeah, I like
and
it.
then you can stay here.
Yeah, then you stay.
I see a
Okay.
full clear.
what? We can't.
What do you mean full clear?
I
How do
see
we
a full clear with a.
Oh, we can. Sorry, we can.
scroll
Yeah.
caller?
Yeah, with
But
Grove Collar.
it's horrible
but we
because
trade a
it's
lot of
like
stuff.
it's horrible. We go into
We
Garrett.
lose to Garridan if we do that. Just a heads up. He's definitely saving up for Garridan.
Okay.
You have bomb slinger. That's why you double end.
Yeah.
How do we do it? It's probably double end to play around on the both things and stay like that. But we just single collect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we could forest here. Okay.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
And then that Dordia moves and then collects on the left. And then we could hide the Vulpine behind Dordia. So it's not in bomb slinger range. And then we could buff Dordia.
What? No, we can't. We don't have enough. Okay.
No.
Go for it. Go for it. Yeah, go for it. I saw you wanted to.
Do we buff Dordia?
Do we play around bombs? Yeah, I think we play around
buff
bomb.
it, buff it.
Because Horsemaster can face all the time anyway. So
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, Horsemaster, he's probably gonna Horsemaster trade or something, or like.
Just grinder at the well? Or do you make a bomb slinger, like make the mountain for the bomb slinger so you can bomb slinger the Vulpine next turn guaranteed? Or you can double land again, actually.
No, not double landing, dude.
I mean, he can't get out of the land.
I have to make the mountain so I can draw for my horseman. And I think the mountain there is pretty good.
So you don't want to play a max grand into Dwardia. I mean, it's not that it doesn't do much.
It doesn't do much.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Do you play... You play Cypher with the X-Granders now? I think.
Play Cypher?
I don't know. I don't know, actually.
I feel like Groundjacker is better because if he...
Why?
Like, I can bomb slinger Cypher Ras next.
Do we have to ground checker this turn, actually? Do we have to play anything this turn?
No,
Like-
I was thinking like we should just pass.
Yeah, we should just.
If Vulpine...
Like step back and pass.
Dwardia can step down. And then make the forest. So Vulpine can trade into X-Grinder.
But it doesn't collect. And
Yeah.
trading to the X-Grinder.
Do we play Cypher aggressive? No.
I think he just kills it.
Okay, Golem is nice.
I think we'll just play the Golem on one side. And then we just keep TPing things. Like we can move the Vulpine to... If we move the Vulpine to collect, I guess we can...
We take bomb slinger if we do that.
Yeah, and then
I
we have to
have
buff
Vulpine
it, and then
there.
we don't... Yeah, and then we don't get to play the Golem properly. Although, to be honest, Vulpine's gonna pretty much be dead no matter what.
So I think we want the buff on always the buff. Probably forest on the neutral land, teleport collect and play golem on the left.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
I think
so
that's
what?
the plan.
What do you want?
Forest on our neutral land.
Yeah. I
Teleport
mean, we give... Oh, okay, that was really fast. We give up bomb slinger, not bomb. We give up aggressive axe grinder.
That's
Although, to
that's
be
not
honest, he has... Yeah, okay.
that's
okay,
not that's not a problem because yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you teleport
Okay, so
and
we
play
collect the Dordia?
teleport Dwardia to collect, so you get the buff, and you collect and play golem on the other side, and that's it. Pass. Whoops, sorry.
Now I get
Oh.
over Smasher, that's
Fuck.
bad.
Yeah, okay. My bad then. Do we just play Slinger on Dwardia and drop X-Grinder aggressive as well? On the left side?
On the right.
No, left side.
And we can,
What about the right side?
What does right side do? I don't
we
want
can
to...
collect them and put the boss, move the boss.
We move boss up and play Cypher on the right side, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then X-Grinder and Bomb Sling on the left side.
Yeah.
I don't like bomb slinger preemptively.
It's fine against Dwardia. We have to do damage to it eventually, right? And then we get the 4-1, which is also good.
I like Groundjacker, honestly.
No, why? Just Bomb Slinger. It's way stronger, I think.
Wait, huh?
Because I could just give him... Okay.
You set up the damage to the other Dwardia.
Guess he doesn't run command.
Can
What
we
do you
kill
want
the
to do?
Cypher somehow?
There's few lines.
We definitely just trade the Vulpine in, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Wait. There is one plan. We kill 3 creatures on the left side, but then we take damage, so it's risky.
We have guidance though, don't we?
But it's
Moving
probably
on.
the only way to lose for us.
Yeah. I mean,
Maybe
we can
not.
push everything to the left side, and then we can Sagami Grove Caller like back, right? So Tyrant Golem goes into 3/5, create the forest. Vulpine TPs kills the Axe Grinder.
Yep.
What do you
Kills
call it?
the Axe
Dwardia
Grinder.
And Dwardia killed the
Yeah, Dwardia killed the Cypher.
Yeah.
All on the left side, so we clear his left side while setting up our board on the left side. And then he pushes a little bit of damage, but we can use our life as a resource, and then the turn after, we Sagami Grove Caller everything back.
Okay, so let's just do
That
it.
seems
Yeah.
risky, but that seems
It's
risky,
risky,
but okay.
I mean,
Okay.
like,
Okay, well,
like
Mino, what's the line? Sorry.
So step up, trade, forest up.
Yeah.
Teleport Vulpine first to trade Axe. And then teleport Dwardia to kill Cypher.
Do I Sagami or no?
No. Teleport Dwardia to get the buff. And then you play Vulpine. I think you play Vulpine on the way, to be
Wait,
honest.
hit
on
it. No, I,
side
no, I
and
think
I'll
I,
go
no, I
with
think you no, you buff it. You buff it. You buff it. You play Volpine on one side and you buff the Dordia. Dordia,
Okay.
buff Dordia and play Volpine. Left side, left side, left side, left side, left side, left side,
Left,
left side.
left.
Oh,
What the dude?
You just value trade and go face, right?
Wait, why did I?
Oh, we can clear
What can we clear?
the Dwardia.
Why would we do that? But then he only has the golem on board.
Right,
Wait,
I'm
I
thinking...
We can't clear it. We're actually alive.
Horsemaster. Oh, yeah.
Ground Checker, Horsemaster, it's 2 off Faeria.
12,
which
yeah,
one?
right. Okay, so.
Wait, what if I just go face?
Just go face for 4 and then...
But you still clear the Vulpine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just clear and play Ground Checker and...
Don't you draw?
Yeah. don't you
Yeah, I
draw?
think drawing is first is
Like,
better.
you could also... Yeah, I think you draw.
Okay.
Does that change anything?
Like, you can clear the Dwardia now. I think that's good.
Wait, how do you?
Yeah.
You still can't do that.
Wait,
Wait,
you
if you hit-
just...
Oh.
Horse?
But then all you have on board is a 5-1 and a 3-2.
Yeah, maybe that's not good. Like, what if you hit face and Dwardia teleports? Dwardia can't teleport this turn unless he makes a forest.
He has to make a forest.
I think going face and like trading and playing Ground Checker is better.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
looks good.
go ahead and do
Actually, you
that.
could ground check a flame, but you don't need to trade.
Wait, don't you
And
want
then
to-
the X grinder steps up and everything is in phase range.
Wait, it's the same. My Ground Checker is gonna be awkward position.
But X grinder would be 1 down. Well, I don't know if it's
it's
relevant.
the same thing.
Okay.
It's bad because he gets Voice of Truth on the Golem now, but I guess...
Oh, who cares about that?
Wow.
So
many plays.
I guess 13-7 up and we just go with the plan where we just
There
try
is-
to win.
There is just a safe play where we teleport Dwardia, so we miss the collection, but we teleport Dwardia and play Golem. But I like just.
No, I think we
smoking.
just go face at this point. We just SM-work him.
The.
Block with Growth Collar, like move the 13-7 up, create aggressive forest, Sagmi Growth Collar in front of Orb, and then teleport the Tyrant Golem, hit face. Next
Yep.
turn, TP Dordia Golem, Dordia hit face lethal.
Yeah. I like this.
Okay,
And
yeah.
he can somehow survive because we will be 1 off, but
Yeah.
if he block, so it's fine.
Yeah,
Let's
so
go for
Growth,
it.
yeah, Growth Collar, and then TP
Growth
the
color mid, yes.
yeah, TP the 5-6. Yeah, and then go face with it.
What? Okay, that's lethal, right?
Yeah, that's lethal, GG.
Wait.
It
Wait,
is
is it
lethal.
lethal?
Yeah, you trade in Bomb Slinger and...
Yeah.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
you trade in Bomb Slinger,
Okay, yeah, trade in Bombslinger. hit
trade in Bomb
Horsemaster,
Slinger,
then
step the Ground Checker up,
Wait,
and
wait.
then
If I
Horsemaster.
say for us the ground, if I
No,
say
No,
for
no,
us,
you don't
lethal.
have to say anything. You
You just Horsemaster Flame Burst, all you have to
Horsemaster
do.
Flame Burst, yeah.
okay.
Step up Shaker, hit
And
face.
that's BM worthy.
No.
He has
Just-
steps.
Yeah, horse. Yeah.
Reap.
And
Let
then
me
Flame
make him
Burst.
the forest.
Tempo
Oh,
green.
Nice.
Temp.
Yeah, enter
Good
on the right
series.
side. GG.
Good games. Very well played, everyone.
All right, as we hear the final words from the game there from our players, it is Team Lizard coming away with the victory and taking the match 4-2. They were able to complete the comeback from being down 2-1 with a 3-0 in a row.
Yeah, very, very good last game, I think. The most tactical game, in my opinion, and it's very, very fascinating to see them debate whether to go aggressive, when to go aggressive, when to defend. I mean, that was very, very fun to watch for me. See RaiZo with the red deck, just wait, and I think they were at one point up at 17 Faeria, and just do nothing and wait until they find an opening. for
Yeah,
the-
really
for the
nice land
expander.
play as well by them.
Yeah,
Even though it is fairly telegraphed of putting all those lands so that you can eventually get the bomb slinger spot, you don't really care that you're giving that information to your opponent because you're still either forcing them to play suboptimally or you're going to
Yeah.
get a good bomb slinger. So really nice land play by the team there.
yeah. And then last turn, like Mino said, they could have just played defensive, cleared cleared, I think, all of the green, all of RaiZo's creatures, or most of them, and just protect their face, which was probably the better line. Because what's RaiZo gonna do if you just clear his creatures with Dwardia and the Golem, and keep collecting, start double collecting? So, but they chose to go aggressive and just smog.
It's essentially in that position, just making a play to attempt to win the game on the following turn. They had a plan.
Yeah,
they knew that they would have had lethal if it pans out the right way. And it's kind of a situation of, if you continue to defend, you're probably just, slowly losing control over that game. Your opponent's pushing a little bit of damage at a time. They're playing flame bursts, so you eventually get to a point where you can just die to hand damage.
Yeah. I still would have liked them to go defensive and see another game and see the OTK deck once more. But yeah, this was a very, very nice ending, I think. Very, very good tactical, strategical game in the end. So I think now we're gonna jump in the Team Mino chat and talk to them a little
I think we
bit,
should start
maybe?
with Team Lizard. Start with the winners interview.
Oh, start with the winners. All right.
Yeah.
But he would still have something to deal with my stuff.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have lost easily.
I think we played that super clean, like the blue.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
Team
yeah.
Lizard, we're
Really
here.
good.
Congratulations, big victory.
Yeah.
Coming back from
Congrats.
down 2-1, 3 games in a row.
Yeah, very, very nice series. Very, very impressive. Very well played, I think.
Thanks.
Thank you, guys.
Are you guys feeling pretty
So-
confident going into just a couple decks that were left there? Even if the green defeated your red there, you're still up against the OTK. So what was the thought process going into the last couple games there?
Well, did we lose? We didn't lose with red against green, I think.
No.
We lost with
No,
red
No, I
I
mean,
said
yellow.
he was
even
asking
if.
if we
Kind
did.
of-
So
kind of
it
as
would
Oh,
you're
be-
even if.
planning out
Right, yeah.
what matchups you would get over the course of the last few games.
It would be red against Rubiako TK, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we
So,
were
I mean,
super
I gotta
favorite.
be honest, we just think that the Rubiako TK is a bad deck and that we would just win. Like,
We
I don't
were kind of saying that, of course, bringing an OTK is always risky because you sometimes get dead draws very similar to
Yeah.
what actually happened in that game that they played it.
yeah.
Well,
But
we had a
like,
pretty good opener.
they had two OTKs, or like two combo decks, and we had one. But I think, like, the Storyteller burn is way more capable of actually defending itself and stuff, and Rubiako TK is like, play structures and hope they keep you alive. And
Yeah, I mean, we saw how powerful the Storyteller burn is.
Yeah.
I was wondering. I think you discussed whether to kill the Doomgate or not,
yeah.
and I
Yeah,
guess
yeah,
you
yeah.
guys didn't think you actually would lose to a Ostrogoth.
I mean, I still think it's the right call to not clear it because I lose all tempo basically, and I need it.
Yeah,
But then I think I lost the game because at some point when I played the two War Machines, I swallowed one creature,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I just should have left it because then I can clear everything, like clear all these blockers. If I do that,
So
with what he had, he
then-
can't. With what he had, he can't protect the Doomgate. Then if I don't swallow,
Yeah,
but always swallow.
Yeah, I guess.
Right.
was too greedy maybe for going for the six.
Yeah.
I mean, you wanna rush Storyteller.
Yeah. Like the game they rushed the Raccoons deck was like such a huge mistake from them. Like you run like a million minions in the same deck, so how
Yeah.
can you actually beat that with just big creatures? You can, like, all the minions when they gather together, they make a bigger creature than your big creatures. So
Yeah.
if you keep like trading over time, your creatures will end up dying, even if you keep buffing and buffing. When you have
And I
like
collect.
yeah, and you're just losing collection. If you would have sat back, like you see in mid game, he just started going back and waiting for like the feat to happen and playing his big creatures and trying to control the board again after he lost it at the first place. But then he couldn't because he would already when we were collecting way more than he did over the game. He didn't collect a single time over the game, and we were just swarming and controlling all his forests. Like he
Yeah.
can't draw. He has to make more forests, or he has to kill a creature that is stepping on one of his forests.
I
So
think
that
in this
was like,
matchup, when the
Yeah.
green deck just goes down one side, still aggressively, but down one side, it's actually pretty
Yeah, I think
difficult for
it's-
opponents to deal with. You can never pre-buff, you can't because of Voice of Truth. and it's very hard to get the appropriate stats to deal with stuff.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. Yeah, I didn't expect them to rush.
Yeah.
What was their opening hand?
Their opening hand was Veteran, Golem, and a buff.
Yeah, I think that's why they rushed. Like they would say
Yeah.
we would forest, double land, explore forest, verdure, and buff, and then he can't possibly clear it.
Yeah,
Like
you had very
the
strong
small
claws.
creatures.
To be fair, I won because of a top deck, because I actually didn't have a clear anti-top deck can in the end that one. I was one off actually.
Yeah.
But then top kick. But then I also have stuff like Leia and buffs in the game in the deck, and I don't know.
Yeah, it was. I mean, one of the more interesting games, I think. And any last words? What do you guys think was the most important deck to beat or to win? Like, what was the most dangerous deck?
Well, I was a bit scared of green.
Of the green one?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were discussing if we should ban it.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I wouldn't have. I thought you probably ban Raccoons or Storyteller ban.
Raccoons and green were the scariest, I think.
Yeah, that's interesting. And then you beat it with red.
I think the raccoons were more scary because it's swarm based and we have no answer for it. It can actually beat everything in our lineup. It can beat red, it can beat the mirror, it can beat blue jump easily. So I think
it can leaving Storyteller burn.
Yeah, like the Storyteller burn and the Rubiak OTK, that's two combo decks. You have to choose which one you win with. And like we can, if we beat one deck, one of them, and they have to repeat, like, to keep playing with it. And if we didn't need to lose to any of it in the late game, in the early game. Like if we beat it, like they can play it again, and then our deck that beat it once is like over.
Yeah.
But if we just let it win for a game or two, we can actually bully it with a counter matchup at the late game, such as what happened with the red matchup.
Yeah, that was a bit dangerous, but I mean, you guys always knew they still had to win with OTK. So I imagine you were quite
we weren't really worried. Like these decks are like easy to deal with.
And like, I mean, they could have
defended. Huh?
I mean, they could have defended in the end. Like they could have jumped back with Dwardia and just prevent you guys from having lethal chances.
Yeah, they could. I was just talking about that before you jump in. Like they could have actually just made the forest next to the Wardia jump back and use the Grove Guardian to defend, and he would stabilize at least, not take lethal damage or risk lethal damage. I think they went YOLO onto the Wardia going face.
Yeah.
Basically, they rushed again for no reason.
Yeah.
Like in the first game.
Yeah.
I got a little bit impatient.
Yeah.
We're gonna jump in Team Mino chat now, and then we guys will prepare the card reveal which we still have. Scotch is gonna put the picture up in the general chat here, and then we'll discuss it together, I think, and just talk a bit more about it. Yeah, is that alright?
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Do you need
thanks, guys.
For this?
See you in a minute.
So you check.
Yo, enough. Okay, no more chess talk. Hey, shut up. No more chess talk.
No stream now, guys. Back to Faeria.
Back to Faeria. Okay. What happened?
What did you guys think about it?
That was fun.
It was fun.
Yeah.
We lost. It wasn't fun.
I mean, I mean, we can questions. Like, why did you bring an OTK deck? What was the thought process?
We thought it could take. Okay, so the thing is, let me explain. We thought, like, we knew people were gonna take Rakoans, right? So we thought that Rubiak can actually take down Rakoans fairly decently. So in the game with green against Rakoans, we thought they would take red, right? So we were like, okay, let's take green.
No, I thought it was take red.
Yeah, Mino thought that, and then we were like, because they would assume that, you know, Hunter already played green, so it would be me, and I would play my Rubiak OTK, and then we were like, now we're gonna throw a curveball. Hunter's gonna keep playing the green, and then we thought they would play the red. They played the Rakoan, and then by the time, you know, the game started, we already lost because of the way the lineup just went. Like, Rakoan beats green, and then if the green beat red, Rubiak OTK doesn't beat red, right? Rubiak OTK can only beat the Rakoans. It was a target pick,
Oh, I see.
and exactly. So we couldn't get the target pick, right? Because
Yeah.
we got outplayed during deck selection.
And
So
yeah.
because of that, Rubiak OTK became completely useless because
It's like,
we wanted it to target the
yeah.
we wanted it to target the
like-
Rakoans.
Yeah, I guess that was the reason why you didn't ban the Rakoans and really
Yeah, exactly.
ban the story
Because we thought we could
because
take
you
that
had
down.
a Mhm.
Yeah. So that was a little bit of a misplay. Just purely in deck selection, we
And
Yeah.
it's
got
my
outplayed.
fault. It's just my fault because I thought they are gonna mind game us.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah.
We play Rakoan. No, we play red, and they took Rakoan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean,
And
interesting.
we just mind gamed ourselves.
Yeah, we mind gamed ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah,
We're like, they're
debate
gonna be
yourself
smart
into-
about it.
yeah.
They're gonna mind game us, and then they didn't, and then we mind gamed ourselves.
Yeah. I mean, Duke said that green is actually tough to handle for Rakoans if you just push up one side and keep collecting.
Yeah.
Green.
I mean,
Guys,
debatable
is-
because of the
Think green is
Cannoneer.
very good, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. The thing is, Cannoneer and the Illusionist buff really pushed Rakoans ahead because green doesn't have an easy way to deal with 1/1s, right? So
Yeah.
the 0-cost 1/1s that you get from recruiters, they might as well just read at the start of your next turn, turn into a Dune Drake
Yeah.
because you're always gonna play that when you have Illusionist in hand, and green doesn't have an easy way to deal with it. And like we could run Stalkers, but in our list because open
Yeah,
deck was
that's
4 mana.
interesting. Yeah.
Exactly.
was-
So
yeah.
it was just
Three
overall,
Voice of Truth, though.
yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting. I mean, the Team Lizard was most afraid of your green deck and the Rakoans, so they
Right,
debated
right.
whether to ban
Yeah.
green or Rakoans.
Yeah, I really think our green was favorite to everything,
Green
but
actually.
we decided to rush for the Rakoan, so
Mm. Yeah. Also,
It
not a
was-
single Garrodon in your lineup. Very interesting.
we need Garrodon.
Yeah. That's probably why you're no Garrodon.
They didn't play Garrodon at all.
Yeah.
Even if they have in the lineup, they didn't play it.
Yeah. Another question: Why did you choose to go face in the end in the last game? Like, you could have gotten away with just going back defending.
I think we just 100% the game if we just. We had funny line to clear the left side.
Yeah.
But take the risk to lose, and we took the risk because that was I don't know, just better gameplay, right?
I mean,
Was
like
it?
it's like one thing. It's either like it's at a certain point we were like if we just defend it, we were so behind that it was just playing to not lose rather than playing to win, right? So we have to take the chance to play to
What?
win rather than to just sit there and try to like not lose. Because the longer we play to not lose, the more we are gonna, especially since we can't outscale late game champions and gift to the Rakoa.
No,
so
I was
No,
talking
in
about
the red.
oh,
This
the
is
red.
deck.
Okay.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
I
yeah.
thought you were talking about
Last
the
game.
Rakoans.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it was
Rakoan
just it
was
was
over
just
after they cleared the big one.
was
I think
definitely not good, but that was
I
the
think-
funny line, I guess.
I think it was honestly over when like by the time they got the really good bomb slinger down, and then it was just kind of.
no.
I mean,
I don't.
I
It
disagree.
still looked
I don't know. Like,
like you
there's
guys
just so
were
many
ahead.
points in the last game that just like went wrong. Like maybe I guess we could have buffed the Grove Guardian ahead of time to prevent the Firebomb Wrath, but at the same time, we assume that the Firebomb is a one of. There's no way they would have it that
Yeah.
early, and they did, and we got punished.
Yeah.
So
It's
right off
still
the
6
bat.
Faeria for 5 Faeria. I mean, it's 2 cards
But
versus
yeah,
1
but
card.
they had the
It's-
turn 1 Axe Grinder and then
yeah.
followed up with Boss.
Boss.
So
Mhm.
we're just
But
so behind.
Even with that, if we take control of the board, like clearing the aggressive stuff, we just win the game. There is no way they can win.
Yeah, I think so. Over time,
The
you
golem and
should
stuff.
come out ahead. But I mean,
but
it was a difficult choice.
The turn with the
Setting up
left,
lethal.
and play on the right.
Oh yeah, that
funny
was
also.
yeah, that was funny. Yeah.
This
Yeah.
turn was fun, but yeah.
All right. If you don't have any last, one other question. What was the most crucial deck you feared?
Oh,
from
hold
your
on! Before
opponent?
hold on, I wanted to say something.
Yeah.
That line when we played Teller Burn and then we blocked
Mhm.
with the husk, that was like the play of the match.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
100%, hands down. That
Yeah,
won the game.
It took Mino quite a while to tell you guys
I think you can tell by the way I was hyperventilating that like I didn't
That-
notice
you-
until
You know
really late.
that took a while because Werf was like, "We played the guy, but
Yeah.
no, we
Yeah, I
don't."
didn't realize that we
Werfs
didn't need
was
to play
most
the guy.
entertaining ballistic,
There
for
was
sure.
there was also
Yeah.
another amazing moment in that was caught on the stream there when you guys drew the Ulani. Because
yeah.
Werf
Oh, yeah.
just yells,
Oh,
"Oh, that's
yeah.
so good!" And then we switched over to Team Lizard chat, and they just go, "Oh, that's really bad."
Yeah, that was a nice top deck.
Nice.
And seeing like Storyteller Burn win with an Ostrogoth is something
Yeah.
very special as well. So
That's
I
cool.
haven't seen that one before. All right,
Yep.
I think.
Yep.
Coach, you're gonna post the card reveal?
Yeah, so we'll get everybody
gonna
to
do
jump into the other voice channel here, where we can get all the players and then both of us in all together, and then
Okay.
I will post it up, and we'll get some instant reaction.
Okay,
cool.
let's go.
All right.
What?
All right.
Oh, it's the
Lizard is
Duke
still over,
voice. Wow.
but I can.
Finally here. Sorry.
I'm gonna unmute Duke here because Lizard's still in the other one. So, Lizard, Duke, you guys still there?
No, Lizard left.
Oh, okay.
He has
Yeah,
something
we're
important to do.
Perfect. So here we go, everybody. Drag and drop in our brand new card. I'm going to hit this button, and we're going to hit this button so everybody on stream can see it at the same time.
Thank God Lizard is gone and doesn't have to.
Give a friendly creature 2/2 for each adjacent enemy, like a salamander. But it's
Sharon's
like
information.
It's like the
it's
Wait,
like
where
a
do I
cool
see it?
card
Adventure.
for-
Wait, where do I see it even?
It's in the general channel. The general.
Yeah.
The general of this channel?
Yep.
Oh,
Yes.
I see.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
Share
a Shara's inspiration here. Give a friendly creature +2/+2 for each adjacent enemy. Functions, as mentioned there, very much like Daring Adventurer. So, your guys'
Yeah.
thoughts on
Daring
this?
Adventure- Like Daring Adventure with 4 lands and no body.
It's a
yeah.
neutral. What do you call it? Emerald salamander, right? Basically.
It's
Uh,
like a salamander,
no.
but it's not
all
really
one
a,
guy.
it's
A
for a
reverse
single, yeah, for a
salamander.
single unit.
I mean,
yeah.
why would you play this instead of just playing Daring Adventure?
It's like way too many lands also.
And
It's
Daring
not
Adventure,
Daring Adventure is like for the enemies.
Yeah.
What?
This
It's
is
also-
for the allied, for the friendly creatures.
No,
No,
so
it's
you can-
for each
Adjacent
adjacent.
enemy.
Give
Yeah.
a friendly
Oh,
creature
adjacent
+2/+2.
Oh.
yeah, it is
For each
literally.
adjacent enemy.
It is
I thought was
literally a
friend-
worse. It
Oh.
is a worse. What do you call it? It is a worse Daring Adventure. It's
I'm
No, no, no,
4
no.
land cost,
I
and
disagree.
it doesn't
It's
come
better.
with a body.
It's
Is it
actually
better?
Yeah,
It's
it
I
is
think
better.
it's better as a card, but there are too many lands. Like
Also-
4 wildlands is too much.
Also, realize enemy include the orb. Right?
Yeah. Also,
Does it?
No, I don't
Yeah.
think so.
and you can attack with
Oh,
this.
it's a buff to Yellow Rush.
It's a buff. Yeah. I mean, not to Yellow Rush, but it's,
Immediately
Oh my
just think
God.
of Yellow Rush.
I love that every card that comes out, everybody's just like, all right, how can I get this in Yellow Rush?
Wow.
No, but the card is
Yeah.
actually good because if you're playing like in a tournament and it's like a deck that is familiar or like popular with Daring Adventure, people will play around it.
You can
But
play this
now-
in like blue-yellow with Towship, where you get your creatures close, like Towship, Yellow
Yeah,
Rush.
it's also nice for defending, though. Like, if you get pressured, you don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about it. It's 4 Faeria, and if you get only 2 creatures, then it's 4/4, and you can instantly trade with your
One
creature.
Yeah, one thing
So
that
it's
comes to
like an
mind.
instant
Yeah, one thing that comes to
buff for
mind.
attacking.
Yeah, one thing that comes to mind for this one is that it's a neutral card which basically allows pretty much any deck to kind of keep up with Rakoan Champion. Because Rakoans like swarm the board a lot, and then they
Yeah.
slam down that 5 Faeria like 9/9 or 5 Faeria 10/10 or whatever.
But
Yeah.
Raccoon swam the board out of trade range, so you're not close to it.
Yeah,
I mean, in the green match versus Raccoon, you could have used this, and it would have been better.
No, you
than
couldn't,
an
because
Elder
you
would
didn't have
embrace.
4 lands. But you didn't
Yeah.
have 4
Yeah.
lands.
Yeah, that's true.
It's 4 lands.
Like,
I
that's the
can't see
problem with
this.
this card.
I can't see this in Yellow Fly, to be honest. Because,
Yeah,
like, in one
I
off,
agree.
you just
Yeah,
flash
with
win,
the
going like
mobility.
+4/+4. It's okay for 4, I
Yeah,
guess.
trying to
this
I'm-
is the card
yeah.
in yellow for sure. Like yellow with Mistral.
Yeah.
Maybe
I'm
it could
trying
be
to
3
think.
lands. But it looks weak at
It's
first, and
pretty
then you
expensive
think
though.
about it, and it's not expensive if you think about it, and you use it only when you get the value trade. So you play it and kill a creature, and then
I
your
mean, I
opponent
get what you're
will
talking
get.
about, the initiativity of it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
exactly.
trying to think of like I'm trying to think of a deck that actively throws their creatures into the opponents.
It's like a gift of steel for red combat. You could use it in red combat again.
Wait, can this actually bring back green yellow haste?
Yeah, I think so.
Potentially.
I like the follower with this like for Faeria. Usually you collect, and it's a big follower. So
it's also not bad in Path to Face because you actually make the.
You make the lands, but
yeah.
No, what?
Like adjacent enemies makes it hard, right? Like,
Yeah.
like if you have two enemies, if it surrounds two enemies, that's a 4/4, which is kind of like a min buff, which is I guess decent. But the thing is, it's at 4 lands. Like,
yeah, 4 lands are 4 white.
that's the biggest thing. Like 4 lands is so slow. Like, you know, if you're playing decks, you know,
But
if you, by the time you go to 4 lands,
which is why I'm thinking about combo decks or yellow flies. Because those decks make those lands natural. Like you don't play this in anything.
Yeah.
But yellow flyers could use a buff. I mean, a buff for its creatures. Like you always have awkward decks with 5 tag.
You guys think
but you don't want 4 extra.
Yeah.
I think it's good for with mobility. So in jam, it should be.
Yeah.
Or it could even be good in green in a Greg-thorn deck.
Yeah.
You have all those like revelers and I mean.
But you don't have.
It's really hard to get it. Like it's really hard to get the value of it because it's like it totally relies on your opponent. So if he's ridden out, you can't get any value. So the card is basically dead.
It's like the same thing with like. Yeah, you continue first.
Like this is never a 3-off in any deck.
Yeah.
No, of course not.
I mean, it's similar to like I guess in a way it's like Monkey Genius. It's kind of designed as a comeback card, but it's so dependent on your opponent. Like, it's a comeback card that depends on your opponent, which isn't which is inherently not a really good comeback card design.
It's not like, a comeback card though. It's like it's value with 2 creatures that can happen on even. You don't need to be behind to get value out of that.
Okay, let me. Okay, so in green, I would rather play like the normal buffs, the embraces and the runen. In red, if I'm playing a 4 cost buff, I would definitely play red, the combat effect, the gift of steel. And in yellow, I'm not sure honestly, but if I want buffs in yellow, I would just play campfire.
Yeah, just play campfire. That's what I'm thinking too.
But like with
this leaves blue, and blue with jump is actually not bad.
Wait, but just play campfire.
But man, do you realize how follower plus mistmaker is OP?
Follower plus mistmaker.
This basically is sometimes follower with mistmaker, so.
It's not really. You need 3 creatures to make it the myth.
Yeah.
And it totally relies on your enemy. It totally. I would definitely
mobility
play.
Helps, right? Like yellow mobility helps.
I would definitely play 5 lands to get the Mythmaker follower rather than play this card.
I think from my point of view, I think it's too interactive to be good. Like it's way too interactive. Good cards are not interactive. That's like the biggest thing, right? Like good decks historically are very uninteractive. This card is way too interactive.
Werf. You play this card in Rubia Kotike, and you buff Ulani. Ooh.
What? That's not. You can't even target it.
Of course you can't. That's all.
What the hell?
It was random.
No, but honestly, if this card was like was less wildlands, it would have been really good. But for wildlands, it's really hard to get it in mono.
This might be the final stage. Like they are always saying, the numbers are just there right now, and it's not the final. They might change the land cost.
The land cost is pretty expensive. It's
you
make it 3 Faeria. If you make it 3 Faeria 4 wildland, that makes it more balanced. And if you want to like invest the 1 Faeria or make it 3 wildlands, making it 3 wildlands could fit in any deck. But 4 wildlands.
I like the approach though, or the card design in general. Like it gives meaning to the board and how you position your creature.
Yeah.
Like it's a nice change.
If you guys look, Shara actually cuts off some guy's arm.
What?
Like if you look at the the
Yeah,
bottom.
the picture was in the
Yeah, the
announcement
picture. Yeah,
before,
yeah.
yeah.
She cuts off the dude's arm, which is
okay.
metal.
Yeah.
That's
The
metal,
arm.
dude.
Oh,
The arm
right.
is a dragon.
She's a badass.
Yeah, so metal.
Yeah, dude,
I
we
guess,
need
right?
Shara to be 4 HP. Like, give it, yeah. Give
But
it
it's
like
a buff for Shara for sure.
5-4, 5-4. That's
5-4.
pretty neat.
7 Fury
also,
5-4.
I want to
Yeah,
say,
I would definitely play it.
Wait,
She
so
doesn't
7
die,
Fury
dude.
5-4.
Of course,
She
your picks
doesn't
will be
die.
actually good.
She doesn't
Yeah,
die. She doesn't
true.
take damage.
Okay, back on the card though. Like,
Nah,
what
card
else
sucks.
is there? Card. I don't like. I personally don't like this card. I don't think it's gonna see a lot of play.
The
I
mechanic.
feel like if they either keep it at 4 Faeria and move it to lands, or they put it at 3 Faeria and keep it at 4 lands. Like it's one or the other. But at 4 Faeria, 4 lands, I doubt it's gonna see a lot of play. It could probably max. It's a one of, I'd say, in kind of like mobility,
so
decks
that'll
with
be it.
mobility.
I mean, in
And
any deck.
are you already looking through the card collection? Are you already looking through the card collection? I find like some broken interaction with it.
No.
I mean, like I'm thinking like it could potentially offset blue jumps, like fairly weak bodies, you know.
Yeah, it can.
Well, it's
double
obviously
damage,
good against any swarm kind of deck.
Exactly,
Obviously.
exactly.
Yeah.
But
And it's a kind of comeback card, as Onik pointed out. Like you can sit back, defend, and then once your opponent.
Yeah,
I think
it's not.
I think
It's
at
also
the
an
board.
aggressive card. Like if you're
Yeah,
pushing
yeah,
someone
it
and
can
he's
be
like
aggressive.
surrounding you.
it's way
Yeah.
too interactive for its own good. Like if
Yes,
I'm being
I
honest, like
agree.
it's like I'm
But-
not even saying that as a meme or a joke. Like it's way too interactive.
Yeah, but
It's-
don't we want this kind of card design in the game? Like,
Yeah.
don't we
So
want interactive cards? Isn't
we
that
do want interactive cards, like, but I'm just saying, like, in terms of competitive side of Faeria, this card's not going to see play. I
Okay,
think
so-
for fun it is.
I think that I can make new archetypes. That can work.
I think it's okay in yellow. Like in that one game against Jump, when you're choking Sensed my frog or RaiZo's frog. That's basically using this for a 2/2 buff is basically the same.
Yes.
But you have to make for wildlands, so it's much worse.
I mean, and obviously yellow always struggle against swarm, so this card would help. But for 4 wildlands, it's really effective.
Yeah, it's too much.
Too much. Like it's like a Spirit. If you have to wait, you have to wait like 4 turns to get like a tempo play, which is too
But
late.
it's not OP like Spirit.
Yeah, like when you play yellow, generally you need to get tempo on board super early so you can control. But for wildlands, it's gonna take you a while.
Also, I think, do we want buff in any classes? In any?
That's the
because
question. Yeah.
it's it's like green identity most likely.
Yeah.
In like I said, in any deck, like in any color, I mean, you have like the general type of like the common type of buff. Like in green, you have the embraces and the Runin's guidances and the Rakoa gift, and in red you have gift of steel, which is more better than this.
I would take a static.
Gift of steel isn't better than anything.
Yeah, I think this is.
I think gift of steel, like for the land cost, it's way better than this one.
No,
I mean,
don't
a
think
static 4 Faeria 3/3 versus 4 lands, which is an extra land, which means you're not going to be able to get that turn 3. Like, the thing is, turn 3 for red combat is so important because that's usually when you can Horse Master, or turn 4 as well. But I don't know where I'm going with this argument.
Obviously, this is not a tempo card. This is an aggressive or defensive one.
It's a tempo card in the sense that you take initiative, you get a nice value trade. It could be used like do you remember the Triton, what was it called, the jump thing that gave protection and +1?
Banquet.
Yeah,
that's like really old.
You know?
Yeah,
the card, yeah. I mean, that is true. Like, even though it's overall like a fairly like low value card, it could potentially swing the board enough for that cost, where your opponent doesn't really come back. Like, it's definitely good if you can use this to make a value trade.
Yeah,
it's gonna be broken against green and blue because they don't have direct damage to kind of ping it off. I'd say this card is really weak to red or yellow because you pay that for Faeria, you attempt to make that board or tempo swing, and then red just bomb stingers you, Cypher's Wrath. Yellow just nightmares in worst case scenario or soul drains. Like it's really good against
cards, right? If you take a value trade, You kill a creature, then they use a Last Nightmare. There's still 2 cards for 2 cards.
Yeah, but like there's also like Sojourn and stuff, right? Like I'm saying worst case scenario.
Yeah,
but
and
like
the one more point is like competitively this card will not exist because if if you show it will be really hard to play. Like if it will be really hard to pull off. Like if you're playing against a competitive player that has a great knowledge of the game and he knows what is he doing, he will never.
This card is never gonna. This card will always be a 4 for you too.
Even if you get one off with like two like the 4+4 buff,
you know
you will never get the second one.
You know what? This card will make Yellow Rush OP again.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it will be. He
just agreed.
I also agree. It's an aggressive or defensive card.
This is a Yellow Rush card. You just
maybe I'm stupid, but how does it make Yellow Rush good? It's 4 lands.
I would play this in a Yellow Rush that runs over Sky Township because
then you make 4 lands naturally. That's the question. Yellow Rush never needed high attack creatures. You just
you just literally
swarm the board and
but no, you just kill. Yeah, but you can't do that anymore because you don't have value. Crusade and Prayer don't exist.
It's not only Yellow Rush. It's also Pass to Face, right?
Yeah.
For me, it's like so broken in uninteractive deck. It's not interactive card for me, so I like it. So
I like it.
I like the.
I thought it's an interactive card and it's board related, and it's the kind of card I want to see.
I mean, all you need is the opponent's orb and the creature that's next to the orb, and you have a +4/4 buff.
Wait, the adjacent enemy counts like the orb counts?
Yes, it counts.
Wait, orb counts?
Yes.
Yeah, but in Yellow Rush, you'd rather have a 4/4 a second creature instead of a buff on one
Chief,
creature.
Then you just change the game plan of Yellow Rush to from board control to literally just killing them.
Yeah,
but that's like Green Rush strategy.
No, but Green Rush doesn't have haste.
Wait, if orb counts, that's actually pretty good if orb counts.
To me, it's
Green Rush has a haste. What about the Freedom Fighter?
Why would you play 5 here, 3/3 haste? Yeah, man.
How do I use
RaiZo? But additionally make it 9 for like
and then you feed and you
pay
play
on 9/9.
Yeah, that's how you get the combo off.
I don't like the land cost. I don't like it.
Yeah, it's pretty expensive even for Rush.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna be very shoehorned into like Mino said, I think Path to Face, because Path is the only one that actually makes a lot of lands.
Oh, Yellow Rush can make 4 lands. I mean, was there ever a broken 4-cost 4 lands?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I'm talking about Crystal Flower.
Yeah, flower.
Wait,
I mean,
there was like another one, the Shadow Silk Fairy.
But that wasn't in Yellow Rush.
No.
It was broken overall. It was for 4
it was broken overall.
And we've seen it today, so that was very fun.
Yeah.
Wait,
is it
Fairy making a comeback?
Is it a Rain of Fish counter?
Yeah, that was actually like the idea came in my mind.
Will this card counter a card that is never played?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, Gyarados technically counters Rain of Fish.
Wait, everything counters Rain of Fish.
Yeah, everything does. That's the joke.
Play Famine and you counter Rain of Fish.
Yeah, dude. Oh, like that game against Yellow where we
we're just triple Famine. Okay.
I told them to play the damn Monstrosity, but they didn't listen.
Wait, but if they Famine, they lose the game. Why do we need Monstrosity?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
They lose either way. They wouldn't do it. So you would end up winning easier.
I guess.
Break their hope.
Why did you rush us?
Getting a bit off topic from the card here.
Yeah.
Well, you can talk about the games. That's fine for me. Like if the teams want to discuss a few games, that would be fun to hear.
No, it's okay. It's okay now.
No, it's okay. I don't want to relive my losses.
No, Mino was asking something.
I was asking. No, I don't remember. Okay, switch.
All right. I think if that's going to wrap it up for us here, unless anybody has any final points they'd like to add in.
I would like to point out that Rubiak OTK is not a bad deck. It's just that we didn't queue into the right, decks at the right time. So for everyone in Twitch chat who says Rubiak OTK is a bad deck, it's not. It's really, really good.
Can we all press F to pay respect to Rubiak?
Oh, by the way, how did the poll end, Scotch?
I have no idea. It doesn't really give me a final. I think it was pretty close to 50-50 most of the time that it was running, but it kind of times itself out, and it doesn't give you kind of a final I don't know, rapport or whatever you want to call it. It just dies.
It's 50-50.
Did you guys ever think we were gonna play Rubiak instead of green? By the way.
Yeah, I did.
Oh!
Dude, I called every single matchup.
Oh, when we queued yellow, monstrosity yellow, we were expecting green.
Yeah, the bait worked. Yes.
But you lost.
Yeah, but we lost.
Yeah, we lost. But we still baited.
Yeah.
I have a final question for Hunter from chat. They asked when you're gonna stream again.
Oh, I could stream now.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have a cool structure deck that I like playing.
Oh, you mean Amoeba's deck?
Alright, so
dude. He needs like 3 cards.
Scotch, maybe we can jump into castles and they can keep discussing.
Yeah,
their
so
stuff.
thank you guys very much for a magnificent event today. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. I'm going to do the shout out here. If there is anybody watching along who wants to see about participating in a type of event like this, reach out to Minocaro Chief Bromden in Discord, post on that forum post that was created as the advertisement for this event.
On the Faeria board,
Those are your best ways to get in touch with kind of the right people if you're interested in competing in something like this in the future. So that's going to do it. Thank you guys very much. We're going to hop into the other voice here and do our kind of final sign-offs. But yeah, thank you for a great day, great tournament.
Okay.
So, what do you think? You wanna have some final thoughts?
It was great. We didn't get to game number 7, the all-important final matchup, but
yeah, that was a bit disappointing. Yeah.
Very interesting to see the decks that were brought out by both teams. Of course, the ones that we expected to be strong were brought, and we of course had the couple OTKs.
Yeah,
it went pretty well, I think, after the delay to get started.
There was a bit of a train delay, and RaiZo messed up the timing. Thought it starts at 7 p.m. not 5, but he got there in the end.
Yeah, and hopefully that just means the longer time here means everybody in chat was able to get their eggs, get some goodies from the egg bot.
Yeah, that's yep.
But yeah, that's going to do it for us. So big thank you to you, Chief Brownon, for joining in here, for kind of putting all of this event together.
Yeah, really my pleasure. It's mostly selfish reasons. Like I just wanted to have a team match and have the Faeria Team League flavor of it. So
yeah, it was very fun when we did the league of it.
Like,
so putting this back together was nice.
Yeah. I wanted to say thanks to Martin, who made the banner. I'm not sure, maybe you can, if you have seen or if you can put it up, but you can see it in a Faeria Friday. That was created by Martin just because he's a very nice guy and put a lot of effort and work into that. So that's very great. Yep. Also, thanks to you, Scotch, for all the scenes. Like that was amazing. A ton of work, like from many people that really just came together and used their time.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into it, but I'm glad that we were able to get it running pretty smooth today.
Yeah. Any feedback? Probably best on Faeria board or on the Reddit post, like for the format or what you would like to see in the future if we're gonna do this event again. Would be appreciated from the viewers and obviously everyone involved. And that's for me. Thanks to the players. And maybe you get the last word.
Yeah, anybody who's watching now, I believe we'll be putting this up on YouTube, but I'll have to talk to Scream about grabbing it and shifting
probably
it over.
On Werfs' channel on YouTube.
Yes, and they were recording from their own side, so if you want to see a perspective and their entire discussion throughout the course of the day, you can find that. I believe it'll be on Werfs. I don't remember if somebody on Lizard's side was recording or not.
I'm not sure.
But just keep an eye out for it in the Faeria Discord, because I'm sure they'll post in there when those are up. Besides that, anybody watching along right now on Twitch who is familiar with the channel, Scream112 will be streaming coming up right after the delay ends. I'm not sure what he'll be playing today. And then also, as we were talking there, Hunter said he might stream now. So if you're interested in some more Faeria content, go give him a watch if he does start up a stream. But I think that's going to do it for us for today.
Yep.
So again, thank you guys very much for tuning in. Thank you to all the players. Actually, should say thank you to Atmaz as well for getting us a card reveal, because that's really cool to hear some instant discussion about that, and the Eggbot as well. So big shout out to Abracam for their support behind putting this event on.
Yep.
All right. See you guys next time.
See you guys.